We are on time. What is going on? And welcome to OnlyCops. I have a Thursday stream tuned in for y'all. I got to go announce to our Discord really quickly that we are live. We didn't have Juan here with us. So, at everyone, we didn't have a thumbnail or anything set up, which is totally fine. Because I am kind of independent when it comes to this, but I couldn't do any of this. That a big special thank you to our vigilantes. Shout out to them and setting up a really, really long playlist. This playlist will be ready and available for you guys at the end of stream. But for the uninitiated, here on OnlyCops, we do body cam breakdowns every single Thursday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. And the whole purpose and premise behind this is that we try to observe real-life law enforcement encounters, and I apply both my real-life law enforcement experience. Keith is with me today. He is coming back with here shortly, and then the, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of hours now at this point in time of experience that chat has with seeing these, and then within our actual chat or Discord, there's also a lot of other law enforcement experienced people here, so it's pretty cool. We don't try to armchair quarterback it. Really, the goal here is to try to promote better tactics on the law enforcement side of things, also a better application of the law and making sure that we're actually applying the law. And then on the flip side, also just good police culture is really what we want to see. Here at the very, very beginning, I say hello to everybody here in my chat because without them, I'd be talking to nobody. Delicious compliance was indeed the first comment. So I give love to every first comment that we have. And then I say hi to everybody. If you'd like to just skip ahead if you're watching this after a fact, I'll eventually click away from our scorecard and you will know that the body cam breakdown has actually started. But for everybody else, I'm going to go say hello and make sure that I've got everything squared away. I got to turn off my notifications here, or I'm about to get just slammed with notifications from Discord. Here we go. So anyways, tonight we will be having an after party. If you'd like to know what the after party is, that happens on our Discord. I'll explain later how to get there. But this has been now almost a 2.5 year endeavor to take all of the current events that are happening here in law enforcement and trying to take those experiences and actually learn something from it. There's a lot of people who will just kind of slam dunk or gotcha. They treat body cam footage just like a opportunity for them to either verify or criticize their already pre-existing viewpoint. Our goal here is to try to look at it unbiasedly and just try to see what we can glean from it so that the suffering that unfortunately happens in a lot of these body cams wasn't for anything. There's some value that comes out of it so we can be better. Let me get my hellos out of the way and then we'll get started. Malicious compliance. I think this is Poe based on the avatar here. It is good to see you. Jess Christie, Jazz Hand, she's the first mod to make it. Thank you for being here. Not El Pete, it is good to see you. The Mando Merc, Riot Squad, Raptor 24. Jordan, it's good to see you. Gingy, Easy, welcome. Robert Carson, Notorious Emu, hit us with a meow. Another one of my mods. Robert Carson, Brian Miner, John C. Shmang. This is everybody blame Juan. Agreed. He's out there working. He's got 4th of July stuff he's got to do. I am available for you guys. Raira has made it. Welcome. Barry or Burry Strawspicious. Welcome. Brian P. Mike J. Oh, right. It's Thursday. Completely forgot with the holiday. It's everybody's Friday today, but it's Thursday. Happy early Independence Day, the 4th of July. To my American taxpayers. Christian Halsey, Arca Valentine, Bryant Bush. Good to see you. Have you guys done a video on Joe Fryan? I don't think so. That name doesn't seem familiar to me. Maybe we did. This will be an extra spicy stream tonight. More spicy. That's saying something. For the uninitiated, when we do body cam breakdowns, just because of how YouTube operates, we tend to put our like more internet friendly ones early, and then as we get later in the evening, they tend to get spicy. And by spicy, I mean like we're as close to the terms of service as we can get. So we'll see how well the Adult Swim portion of this goes. Tyler D, welcome. Popping in and saying hi, spending some time with the wife before I have to go to bed. I appreciate that. Brave Django, thank you. He also is part of help setting up the little playlist that we have here. Lisa Rowe, Dylan B, brother, welcome. Bought a few seasons of Southland and binged it today. Solid show. Blank Nose SBIs has been a member for 13 months. That is over a year. He's been on the channel now for, gosh, I'd say almost 3 years now. It's been a minute. Blank's one of the OGs. He said there's nothing standard about Central Time. That's true. There is nothing standard. I see everything through the lens of living in Texas, so that is my was it ethnocentrism or whatever it is? There's a college word there for it to describe it. It jumped. Ben P, welcome, brother. Sam, it is good to see you. I am kind of getting hydrated. I'm getting through this water and then this Zivia. Let's see. Please tell me you remember that shirt. Oh, we're talking about something sketchy. Mom is in the chat. It's good to see you, Mom. BWP Photography has made it. Welcome. Caffeinated. It is good to see you. I am not caffeinated enough. Hoping PD can get into the positive tonight. I don't know. So what's sad about this, so we started this trend last year. For the people that don't know, if you're new here, the scorecard keeps track of how we're doing for the year, depending on like who's in it. These were all zeroed out in January. And man, just local PD has just been really not doing too hot. That's the best way I can describe it. You get points if we see good conduct. You lose points if we see bad conduct, and that's reflected here on the screen. Some of these obviously are like meme versions of it, but Mando, I hope. But thank you for monetizing the for sure unmonetizable stream here. Let me see. Who did I miss here? Got to remember to do name changes, then chat. I will do the name changes. I'll try. There's a lot of people here. Wow, not El Pete here for a year. Custodes here for 8 months. There's a lot of people here that have been members for a while. I think I said hi to almost everybody. Caffeinated, yes, I did see you. Hit me with a Josh. Yell at me if I did not see you yet. I will eventually see you and at least give you a shout out for being here. And then Lord Baker. And I think I said hi to everybody. Yell at me. Hit me with an all caps Josh if I did not say hi to you. We'll be joined here by Keith. I call him Dad. He represents Deputaz and the old ways of policing. He's going to pop in here in a little bit. You can see his little avatar below me. But he represents multiple decades by himself worth of law enforcement experience. And is also just a different time. And I think that there's definitely some things that could have been learned from his generation. I come from the body cam, GPS, taser generation, so it's a very different thing. Marik Small. I feel like this is a your mama joke or D's nuts joke. This is blank, so I need to I need to be careful with that, but thank you for the super chat. I need to be very, very careful with that. But yes, the point system's a little weird. I will give points to chat. You know what? For today, since we'll celebrate the 4th a little early, if you guys can get, I will say 100 likes today I will give chat 100. I'll give chat 1776 points here. There we go. Just for the holiday. Sarah, what's going on? It's good to see you. Got him. Oh man, big, beautiful blank. God bless him. Abs is here. It's good to see you. Go ahead and drop a like on the stream. Josh Deek Small. I finally get it. Madeek Small. That's top tier. If I could pin it, I would. But anyways, we'll get started with the stream. As you guys kind of stroll in, go ahead and drop a like. If you guys have law enforcement related questions, ask them in the chat. I'm going to do my best to try to pin them as I see them. And then we'll get on with the playlist here. Cloner, what's going on? He said, "How's everyone today?" I was busy today. I had to do a lot of writing for work, so I've been kind of glued to this. I've been doing air squats between having to sit in this thing. I might do some for stream. X Gaming, bong rips for Joshua. Hey, as long as you're doing it in your house, I'm here for it, dog. I hope you're having a good night. The Dog Sled Sheriff. Morning, boys. Good morning. I need to stay in first. I don't know if super chats, I guess you guys could test it. I don't know that super chats give you extra points. Maybe they do. I still am not 100% sure how the point system works. But here, I'll show. Let's see it. The Mando Mercs, number 1. Blank Forge is number 2. Sarah is number 3. Mom is number 4. Sniffs my boy is number 5. Gingy is number 6. Christy is number 7. Brave Django is number 8. Notorious Emu is number 9. And Edgar Popo is number 10 so far. I'll check it here in a little bit. I still don't know how this thing works, but I think it's hilarious.
Today on
we're good on audio. Yell at me if I don't see anything. FYI, Bossy Josh is called Joshy. That's fair. The fuck, man. Oh, that's funny. Cloner, okay, you guys stop. You guys don't have to spend any more money. I will do the stream regardless of how many super chats we get. You guys just enjoy the stream.
Covered.
Step out.
I got a dog! Let me get my dog!
This obnoxious woman's plan to get back at her ex-fiancé miserably backfires when she backs up into another car in front of police.
I got Josh to say Madeek Small. Got him. Blake, stop spending money. You spent it on your kids. Golly.
After trying to steal from her mailbox. Police were called on January 13th of 2025 when the suspect violated a trespass notice onto her ex's house to steal her mail and try and force her way inside the home. Officers arrived shortly after to apprehend the suspect, which leads to an incredibly humiliating arrest.
Hey, stop. Are you kidding me? Step out.
So in general, we don't stop cars their bodies. I think that's rule number 1. I don't know. I think it's a complacency thing. But the second the car starts moving, like, get out of the way. Like, there's no need to get run over here. In my old department, policy was I could not put myself in a position for a car to run me over. So if I close the distance on a car and the car moves, I was not allowed to use deadly force without being a breach of our policy. So you had to be really careful with that because you're in a deadly scenario for you, or at least an SBI scenario for you, but you can't leverage deadly force without losing effectively qualified immunity. So you got to be really careful with that. Mando says have to get as many points before Buxom shows up. That's fair. Anyways, thank you guys for monetizing. This is going to be, if it's spicy according to the vigilantes, it's probably a very spicy stream. So I appreciate us at least not doing this for negative money today. But yeah, you have time to get out of the way. It's also icy. You're not going to stick and move terribly well in icy conditions. And I'm from the South, so we don't know what to do at all. Once it gets under like a certain, probably like 50 degrees, it gets dangerous here. But just be careful with this. Lady also probably drunk or something. She hit the car behind her, so I don't know. Just be careful.
Are you kidding me? Step out. Step out.
1 second.
No, step out.
I got a dog.
Step out. Put it in
Dude,
park.
stop.
Put it in park. Hey,
Put it in park.
Let me get my dog.
step out. Okay. Step out now.
Step out of the vehicle, man.
Please get off my dog. Please, can I
Okay,
put
we're
my
gonna
dog
we're gonna
up?
take care of your dog, but step out.
Okay.
We talk about vehicle extraction a lot. Specifically, the driver's side's probably the hardest one to get people out of. Most of the issue with the way this is just not taught is we tend to go to the close arm, which is fine. I mean, it makes the most sense. It's the easiest one to get to. We don't ever do anything to try to pull on the head a lot of occasions, and this hand is going to be the one they get the most leverage in. Even if they don't have necessarily the arm strength to resist, the grip strength's typically pretty decent, and this is a very good handle. You're having to try to grab onto wrists, maybe shoulders, maybe clothes. They get a very nice steering wheel here. I've actually seen some people actually turn the steering wheel to get their hand to kind of go around it. But mostly you want to break and defeat this grip so that they don't at least have with their hands a way to keep themselves in. In this situation, you got a jacket. Jacket can be used against them. I was always still a fan, though, of kind of leveraging the nape of the neck to kind of pull on them. Where the head goes, the body will follow. Something else you might do if you're number two is like pants. Something you might want to think about just because you're not going to have much that you can do to contribute. But you just get a hold of like the belt line or something like that. Maybe, and in this case, the jacket might help. Just so you can add to some of the pulling leverage here. But you're kind of SOL, unfortunately, as the number two officer here. Some doors, especially on newer cars now, don't open up very wide either. So there's not a ton of room depending on how big that initial officer is. Current teachings on the matter is you kind of pin that lead arm against the B pillar here. It works to a certain degree. It doesn't do much outside of cause a lot of pain. And pain sometimes isn't enough, and they still have access to the gas pedal, and especially with their right arm, potentially putting it back in drive and stuff like that. Just be careful.
That way you don't get hurt and your dog doesn't get hurt, okay?
Okay.
You promise?
I promise your dog's not going to get hurt, but
You
step out.
promise?
I promise. Step out.
Okay.
Step out.
Step out.
Here, baby.
Step out.
Here,
I
baby.
don't
Go
like
over
pants.
there. Go over there.
Step out.
Stop! I'm not going anywhere.
Step out of the car.
We're past the ask. She drove the car off when you told her to stop. We're yanking this lady out. This is taking too long.
Step out of the
Step
car.
out of the vehicle, ma'am.
Why?
Step out of the car.
I will.
Step out now.
I'm just trying to put on the passenger.
Now. Step out. Step
Oh,
out.
she's already
Step
complaining.
out.
Step out of the vehicle.
Pull up.
Ah!
Pull up.
What the?
Put your hands behind your back.
I will. Wait, don't let my dog out.
You're not listening at all.
Don't let my dog out. Don't let my dog out.
I got it.
Don't let my dog out, please.
I'm not going to let your dog out.
Please don't let my dog
Okay,
out.
stop fighting us.
I wasn't trying to fight.
Yes,
I
you
just
were.
wanted to put her in
The
the
entire
back.
time. You're not listening at all.
They got her out, at least. Nobody got
You got a
hurt.
broken foot? You got a broken foot?
Hold your dog right there. She's right in there, okay?
Hey, go sit in the back.
I'm going to shut the door so your dog doesn't get out.
Yep.
Let's go. Come on, we're going to go ahead and see this car.
Oh, can I get my shoe?
No.
This car.
What the f? I can't get my shoe? Or leave my phone so my fiance can come get the car and my dog? Hello? Can I get my dog? Can I get my fiance to come get my dog, please?
We'll get there, okay? One step at a time. You have anything to poke sticks at my partner?
No.
Anything illegal on you?
No. Can I get in?
We'll get in place.
Just this one. Just this one.
Go ahead and get in.
It's super tight. Ow, 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 ow.
I'll be honest, it was very rare I ever loosened cuffs. I'd check, but when you first apply handcuffs, get them in a appropriate tightness. There was, I have some handcuffs here. Oh, no, I don't. So, for the sake of the discussion, right? Typically, when you're applying handcuffs, there's two things you need to do. One, make sure that they are the appropriate amount of, they're sized correctly because it's a little ratcheting system here. But also, you want to double lock them so they don't continue to tighten because you can injure people with these. Typically, this is going to get a little sussy, but typically what the game plan was if I could fit 2 fingers inside of it, there was enough room in those that they wouldn't hurt you. That's what I was taught. That's what I would do. And then double locking occurs in these. There's like a little channel right here where you'd push a little bar and it would double lock them. I would verbally say to my body cam, checking for tightness and double locking. It also made it into my report that I was checking for tightness and double locking, so that when I didn't address it later, and I said, nope, I already verified that these were appropriately applied. Per my training, 1, it absolves you from any injuries that are going to occur to the detainee. And then secondarily, you're not stuck in this back and forth where you keep trying to check the cuffs. Every time you have to mess with them, there's a potential they come off. And if they come off, you got another fight on your hands. That's what you don't want. Are you feeling... Sam, no, not that we know of. And Mr. Pancake, of whose name I adore, self-pit indeed. Oh, the vigilantes are here. No one likes pants. I'm not wearing pants. Mac Daddy said, hypothetically, could I end up in an I end up in an upcutting body cam stream if I tune in while driving home from work today? Yeah, maybe. We'll get it live.
Mr. Pancake, you're under arrest.
Keith, you made it back. Oh, he's somewhere. Pygmy, welcome. Hit it with a pause. Also, Katie, what's going on? Did I miss anybody? Frag, Bird Force, it's good to see you. Impromptu Comatose. That is a name and a half. I think I missed some more people here. Again, everybody, thank you for the super chats. This is likely going to be a very unmonetizable stream. If you're doing super chats, but you're not a member of the Discord, you should be. For as little as $1 a month, you can get direct access to the Discord. It's a good time. We will be doing an after party tonight. So as fast as I get through this, we'll get some hangout time this evening.
Ow, ow.
I can fit my whole finger in there.
Because I'm pregnant and you guys are slamming me on the ground.
Yes.
I just wanted to call the
Five cousin, it's good to see
call
you.
my fiance so he can come get his car and my dog, please.
Do you have your driver's license on you?
No, I do not.
Do you have a?
Why do you think I want you to call my fiance and
Well,
to get
yeah.
my dog?
I just need to know who you are before we figure that out. What's your name? We're not planning on hurting your dog. We don't want to hurt your dog.
I don't know my social by heart.
You don't know your social by heart?
No.
You said, where you, right? And where?
Dean.
And then where do you stay at? Where's your address?
I say on
The only thing you missed, Keith, is she was in front of somebody's house. I think this is her ex's house. Officers showed up. She put it in reverse, Terry, hit a car, and then they forcibly removed her from the vehicle. That's all we got so far.
She seems nice.
She's very nice. Yeah. They're doing okay. They took a little too long to pull her out of the car, but they figured it out. Nobody's gotten hurt so far.
Moore Boulevard.
Where at? What's the house number?
6th Street.
6th Street? Where on 6th Street? You stay
Why
at?
does that matter?
So when I look you up, I can confirm that since you don't know your social. I had to be able to figure out who you are, so I had to compare that to your actual addresses. To answer the question, which house?
Right now.
Oh, that's okay. But which one is on your when you had a license or had a
My
ID?
license?
Hello. Hi, did you give us a call?
Yeah,
Okay, is that your car?
that's my daughter's car.
Oh, your other? Okay.
They've been harassing me for like 3 days.
Who is this?
According to her ex-mother-in-law, the suspect and her new boyfriend have been harassing this family for days since their breakup.
I didn't know it was her. I thought it was the guy
Moving on is free.
Okay.
just now. And then he came back twice, and then I got an alert on my camera, and somebody's in my driveway, and I seen the car. And they've been sitting here like 10, 15 minutes. And then she walked up to my mailbox and opened it.
So she at first pulled in. The note said something about she pulled in, turned around,
pulled
back in.
and backed up, and then pulled in again, and then backed up and was sitting at the bottom of the driveway.
All right, we're gonna figure out some stuff with her, and then I'll come back and talk. You said that's your daughter's
That's my
car?
daughter's car.
Is she home too?
So I don't know what state this is in. What state is this? I don't think it says. In Texas, I think you got stalking. Once it's like multiple harassment charges, that qualifies as stalking, which is a state jail. I think in Texas, I've done it 2 or 3 times. where it was like it was a subsequent incident where like harassment was qualified, and so
You stalk somebody?
do what?
But
No, I didn't stalk somebody. No, I charged somebody with stalking.
Yeah, grammar and cadence is important. Yes.
Grammar is important. But yeah, the harassment in Texas, the elements of the offense for that were pretty broad. It was a misdemeanor, so like it didn't really disqualify you from anything. But typically, it had to be like unwanted communication, subsequent like unwanted communication, like after they've notified you that they don't want to be like interacted with, and you continue to do it. There was some criteria for like electronic communication, just because it's like, well, you know, for telemarketers and stuff like that, I guess. But physically showing up to somebody's house like that, even though like the public streets, like it's a public forum, we can't do anything about that. They're doing it like honking their horn and trying to get your attention. You could probably articulate harassment, but call 911 when this happens. Don't I digitally stalk. It's literally a background investigator's job, was to digitally stalk people. What am I missing here? Outback Pancake. Oh, Mr. Pancake is another super chat, bro. Everybody's really fighting for that #1 spot today in super chats. This is happening. This is a fully monetized stream, baby. Let's go. Echo Sierra, welcome.
Yeah, she's
Okay, I'll come back up and talk. All right.
I don't want to search. I don't know how well he searched.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll double check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you step out with me, okay? I'm gonna have you go over here to my cruiser. You got anything on you that's gonna poke me, stick me, or?
No, I shouldn't have anything on me.
Okay. I'm gonna take the second set of cuffs off, and I'm gonna take the other ones off, okay? I need you to stand forward and not move. You said you do or do not have anything that's gonna poke me, stick me, or
I
stab
don't
me?
think I have anything in my pockets or anything.
All right, go ahead, turn around, and then just slide in. Yep.
Ow.
Oh, careful.
Hello, ma'am. Sergeant Ray, Back Police Department. What's your first name? Okay. What's your middle initial, Miss Dean? And what's your social security number?
Let's get her ID'd again.
Don't have it.
Yeah.
What did EMS say? Did they clear you?
Yeah, they said they don't think I should have to go to the hospital since I already went to the hospital just a second ago.
What were you in the hospital for?
Well, I broke my leg,
Oh,
so I was
geez.
getting that checked out,
Okay.
and I shattered my kneecap.
Oh, well, how'd you do
Also,
that?
I have a tooth infection.
So, Miss Dean, are you able to kind of explain to me what happened today? I'm guessing, start from the beginning. I guess we'll start there and we can just go further into the story. So,
But they said somebody called.
okay. They said somebody called. You know
Because I
what?
was in their driveway, pulled in once, and then pulled out, and then...
Okay. So you heard? Did you see him walking up? Or did you see the cruiser behind you?
No, I didn't see any cruiser behind me
Okay.
until I was pulling back, and then I seen the lights.
Okay, but then you realized it was officers.
Yeah.
Okay. There's an accusation that you might have backed up into another vehicle. Do you remember that? You backed up into another vehicle?
No, I didn't back into another vehicle.
Okay,
You
so-
know that's on my car.
Once you hear the officers yelling "stop," do they open your door, or how do they
They
get
just opened my door
Okay.
right away.
Okay. And then what happened? All right. I'm gonna go try to grab your phone for you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Hello. I'm Sergeant Ray. How are you?
Right, okay.
You mind if I come in?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know how good you'll be able to see over there.
You mind if I?
Yeah.
Ooh, Cotton 4K, get wrecked.
88.
Damn, it's a nice camera too.
Yeah, that's nice.
This is whoa, bro. You're like able to see texture here. There's also like a floodlight and a half. This is spilling. I'd be kind of pissed if I was this neighbor. This is like you can see street lights here, and it's like a kind of a dim, like warm, like yellowish color. It's just a straight white light.
That's aggressive. Mhm.
See, and as much as you might want to go and pass a little bit of judgment on this lady for being weird, this is an ex. Just think about that. Somebody signed up for this for a little while. All I'm saying, hold people accountable and this stuff will happen less. Is this the patrol car? Bro, what a response time. This idiot.
What's your first name, ma'am?
That's a solid
Anything
video.
else comes up, please
Good
don't
on
hesitate.
them for having it too.
You're no longer allowed to be back on this property. You said that you were just here to walk the dog, but I watched ring camera. You're going up and banging on that door for some reason. There's no reason to be over here.
I blinked. Did she just steal mail? I don't know what she did. I think she put something in their mailbox and maybe took
she
something
put
out.
something.
Which, if that's like a U.S. sanctioned mailbox, because like it depends on where it's at. Typically, when it's like actual mailboxes, as opposed to just like a blessed mailbox, which means it belongs technically to the feds, is typically on the curb, because that's where that boundary is. Like you don't own the sidewalk at your house in a residential neighborhood like this. This sidewalk either belongs to the city or the state, but right up against the house like that, it might be technically yours because it's on your property. But if USPS will deliver mail to it, that's a federal crime, which is a whole different ballgame. Don't do that.
Yeah. They've still got neighborhoods where the mailbox is up by the front door, and the postman walks the neighborhood.
Oh, so they do it on foot?
Yes, they'll like park down and just walk the block both sides and get in their car and move on to the next one.
Interesting. It gives
Not in
me
Texas, though. It's stupid.
I was gonna say not Texas. Hell no, they ain't getting out of that AC car.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dude, park near your mailbox and see if you get mail for a week. See what happens.
Yeah.
I want nothing to do with you, okay? So if you come back over here and relay this information to your fiance, because I think he was over here too messing around a couple days ago, that if you guys come back over here, you're going to be arrested for criminal trespassing. You're going to go to county for that.
Call this one. All right, hit call.
Right here?
No, hit the call.
Who's she calling?
Downstairs neighbor. Hey, Alex.
Somebody's up
It's
their
like a
dog, I
beam.
guess.
Hey, will you do me a favor and tell Travis that I got pulled over in his car and that they might be taking me to jail. So if he can get here as quick as possible to pick up the dog in his car, that'd be amazing. So please go upstairs and wake him up.
Come in. Come here real quick. Do you have insurance on the car?
Yeah.
An insurance card? Do you have that with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
She just went to the gas station.
Yeah, if you can get the insurance, then...
We should be good.
Yeah, you'll be fine. She's gonna get a site. She's going to jail tonight, but you can take the car and the dog. Okay?
Man, why she gotta go to jail?
She can explain all that to you. Here, you can show my partner there.
This is my key.
Show me.
Here, you can show me right here.
You can pat me down.
Do you have any weapons?
No.
Okay, then
I'm
we're all
just
good.
saying, usually they tell me to.
I'm assuming this is baby daddy. Oof. Where is this again? We were joking the other day that I was like, I'm like a solid 6 in North Texas. Bro, in Cleveland, Ohio, I was like a 10. Like, I'll tell you what, man. I was laughing with the wife. I was like, dude, you're like a 15 in Cleveland. Like, it's wild. Like, I'd never been so like acutely aware of it until I went there. I got off the plane and I was like, there's some dusty ass people working here. And it was everybody. It was weird. I'm a very pedestrian looking person. It's like LA. Like if you ever go, like if anyone's ever been to California, in general, people tend to be prettier. There's like a vain culture there. And then LA County as a whole, like just in general, like everybody has face treatments and is getting hair plugs and dieting or whatever. Everyone tries to look pretty there, but like good old Cleveland, they just done gave up. Like everybody. It's like a I don't know. There's something in the water over there. Like everybody's aged up like a solid 15 or 20 years. Oh, it's Ohio. That explains it. The chat's about to go back me up there. LA is plastic, though. That is true.
What was the violation?
Obstruction, resisting. She back into the car and tried to flee. We had to get her out of the car. She's fighting us. So listen.
So we filed a complaint, so they changed.
And that's something that you're going to have to do with whoever's delivering them. You're not allowed back here, though, okay?
That's fine.
So you're trespassing. If you come back, you order, you'll be arrested for criminal trespass, okay? Sound good?
Yeah,
All right, then.
I can't get in trouble.
I got you. Yeah, just don't come back here, okay?
So the trespass will work for the property itself. I don't know about the street. You'd have to get like a protective order for that. Given that they were in a domestic relationship, it's a civil proceeding. So you'd go to the judge and say, hey, that's kind of why we would file the harassment charge. It's a criminal misdemeanor. I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's like a ticket or something. But we would file that, and they would take that report basically, and they would go to a judge and say, hey, I don't want this to happen again. I'd like a protective order. It's going to be very iffy if they. I don't know that I've ever heard of them issuing one unless there was domestic violence associated with it. But there's also most of the people I interacted with as a police officer weren't going to go through all those steps.
No.
For Josh. Man, Josh, my wife is the only attractive thing to ever come out of Cleveland. There's a reason she doesn't live. Yeah, dude, seriously. I'm glad, bro. If my wife was there in Cleveland, I'd have fought 3 or 4 people. Like, I was getting hit on in Ohio, and that just doesn't happen here in Texas. That's just, it was wild. That was a weird experience. But yeah. See, Mac Daddy, like, it's literally, she's too pretty there, so they were like, you have to leave. She got deported for being too attractive, probably.
Do it by that path there, okay? All right, sir. Thank you. Sally Port.
Oh, well.
No. Come over here. Over.
We're going to the wagon, okay?
For her on the side. Don't concentrate just because people have to leave. You okay?
So she's arrested.
You got keep.
That's all we got. From a law enforcement standpoint, I'm not mad about it. I mean, I didn't like them walking up to the car while it was backing up. I had beef with that, but the response time was good. They dealt with them just fine. Like, I didn't see anything like dangerous about it or whatever. They made the guy leave. They got compliance. Not knocking my socks off. These guys aren't heroes, but actually, I take that back. They are heroes because it looks cold as shit out there, and I don't do cold. At least not that kind of cold. I'll do air conditioning, but not that. Keith, I'm glad you made it. I've missed you.
Be back, man. Good to see you again.
I have missed you. Okay. Control room from LA. Speak of devil.
337 Quebec from LA.
Yeah, I've got it to Ashcroft Garden.
Has it failed to stop, Albert?
Yes, confirmed.
Oh my gosh.
Received.
I don't think this is English.
Definitely. This is a foreign.
I was going to say.
Right. Durham County Constabulary. I think it is English.
No, I'm just saying it's not American English. This is.
I got you. Yeah.
This is across the pond English.
There you go.
This is not iced tea, but warm tea English.
Warm tea. Yeah. Good gosh.
MPass 32 from LA.
MPass 32, we're airborne. We'll be with you in about 11 minutes.
Received.
Tango 374, my Godward.
LA2 Wall Unit. RPU officers currently looking for an outstanding stolen motorcycle which has failed to stop in the McCullough Gardens area of Bishop Auckland. Last sighting was 2 up wearing helmets. Any sightings? Update control room.
MPass 32, we've got this motorbike now. It's St. Bede's Road, working its way through the estate. Orange motorcycle, 2 up, both riders wearing black jackets and wearing helmets.
Maybe it's just like a European influence thing, but it's real rare you see people double dicking it on a bike.
True.
In
Especially
the US.
dudes. Yeah.
It's whatever. I guess it's a European thing. Also, and I don't know how new or old this like housing like establishment is. This is also something that's becoming way more common in the U.S. where you're getting these are nice new builds on houses, but they build them like 2 feet away from each other. Like you open a window and reach your arm outside and you're touching the next house. This is like a weird newer trend that we've seen here, but like Texas, we just got so much damn land. Like I laughed. We're talking about that with the big beautiful bill about like the public land stuff. And I totally understood the argument of why they wanted to keep public land public, because they're like, hey, like that's where you go hunting and fishing without having to like pay somebody for it. But I was like, bro, we haven't had public land in Texas that's not like a national park in forever. I don't know that it exists. So I didn't understand it, but at the same time, I was like, well, I want you guys to have those things. Those things seem nice.
Yeah.
They have Air 1, but no lethal force. No kidding. Also on a 100 to 150 cc scooter. Yeah, Django. Honestly, that's kind of why. I mean, if me and Keith tried to get on a 100 cc scooter, one, I don't know that we'd both fit. But also, two, I don't know that it'd go very far.
No, I don't think so.
Go like 600-pound worth of man on that thing.
It's held at the T-junction with the bypass, where it is a right, southbound A688. It's overtaking vehicles using the central lanes. At the roundabout and on the roundabout, not one. And then 305 down behind the scooter.
Oh, dude, this is like a 50 cc. This is a scooter. This isn't like a... There's a lot of resources for a stolen scooter. But hey, shout out to them, man. You're paying for police service. You're going to get it, damn it.
Come on, past. This is Walton Road.
You going to stiff arm him? Oh, dude, I give full points if he just goes and stiff arms him off that bike. Bro.
Or just kick him.
Just give it a kick?
Good kick.
I'm not going to lie. Mad respect. He's like,
Yeah.
I am the law, sir. Shoves him.
Motorcycle's still failing to stop. You should be getting our downlink footage now. We are impressed. Thank you. Pursuit is authorised.
And then just now authorizing the pursuit. Where are they going?
Off-road Cleveland Avenue. This is generally towards Weardale Drive. Using footpaths. Stand by for a street name. Maintains Warkworth Avenue. At the T-junction with Northumberland Avenue, it's a right.
Bike. Cloner gets it. I'm here for it, man.
Rider remove helmets, risk remain slow. Speed 14 miles an hour, head towards a...
Wait, they complied with that?
Well,
like,
no,
"Hey."
I mean, was it the helmets weighing him down or something? I mean, was it?
So he asked them to remove helmets, and they did.
Oh. Wow. Wow.
Every time, and someone's going to be dumb enough to let me do this. I would love to swap duties with like a British officer just for like a week. I'm like, I'll let you be a cop here for a week, and I'll go to like Houston or something stupid like that. But we're going to go work in the hood. We can't get people to disarm themselves voluntarily. Not to mention take your helmet off. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Y'all got some respectful ass criminals here, man. Oh, sure, buddy. I'm gonna keep running, but what's going on?
High risk is the empty opposing territory and it's wrong way around the roundabout. So what would be the third roundabout that continues up towards the mutual spot? Confirming neither occupants have helmets on anymore. Speed's down to approximately 50 miles per hour. Looks like they're going to go off-road again and taking a right onto a farm track. This is showing as Hags Lane on our mapping. Generally making the way west-southwest. Being slowed by a farm vehicle that's using the track. To the Copcoat roundabout, if you want to stop at that roundabout, stand by, they're going out a recip on the farm track. And it's a reciprocal, now back towards Bishop Auckland, Burns House Lane, same farm track. Unit, they're on that lane now. Generally towards Banquet Farm.
Could you imagine spike stripping this thing? Oh,
that'd be sweet.
Be a gnarly crash. Like, well, you done played yourself.
Yes.
Stinger set put the other end as well. Otherwise go over then up the hill into the barnyard. And it's another recip. confirming this is back towards Bankfoot Farm.
If he heads back towards that farm, takes a left or right, there's a traffic car either end of that path. I'm just trying to work out if there's anywhere else we can go.
It's that farm now. Just hesitating at the junction. It's taken a left.
He needs to downdraft this, man.
Do what?
He needs to downdraft him.
You
Low,
really?
bring his, come down low and just let those rotor blades just,
it'd probably be enough, to be honest.
Well, yeah,
A chopper
they
like
took their
that?
helmets off. There's no visor. They can't see.
The whole time.
Yeah,
trying to see it, just
dust them.
Bro, there was a whole generation of emergency responder pilots that were coming out of Vietnam, because there was a wealth of helicopter pilots, and these are like bad dudes. Like, these guys are flying helicopters and things that helicopters were probably never designed to fly in. And they're real hot shots. There's a whole generation that once they're gone and they're like out of the business, like, they will be missed. But like, yeah, it would take a guy like that would just straight sideways, just like, downdrafted him the whole way. Would that be a use of force? Yeah, probably. I would vote yes. Probably. But tactical, basically air blast them.
7, not you, man.
And it's a stop. Helmet's been discarded. Stay with the right, that's go on foot, running back towards the main road. If you can get a unit up that track, it'll be running towards you. Stand by. Mike has been picked up by the passenger, and the original rider is now back on it, and is riding towards the 6072. Mike has been abandoned, both are now running away from the 6072. Returned right into the fields, that's a right as if he joined from the main road. He's running through the fields. If he can get some units onto the 6072, opposite where the lakes are. We're going to hover right above him, just to give you an idea of where he is.
One of them is in a much better shape.
If I get the chance, I will land and grab all the rider for it. I'll lose one with that point. He's directly below the aircraft, but he's running out of puff.
Oh, they're going to downdraft him. So let him have a puff.
Oh, nice.
Both subjects now back together below the aircraft.
One towards me, orange t-shirt, one towards me. Them passes out, I have one. Orange top.
No way.
Just confirm this is a pilot speak, and the TFO's got the two suspects detained on the floor.
Missy, thank you.
I have them.
Oh, he bailed? He bailed and got him?
What an absolute gangster, dude.
M132, we've got at least 3 officers there now. Another one coming in. Just a minute, but now I'm just going to get my TF1 in there.
That's cool.
You're welcome. Good job on the ground. Excellent all round. If someone's going to get back to the race, and sort out statements, etc.
So is this is the NPAS and Durham Constabulary? Is constabulary like municipal, or is this these state boys? What is this? I want to give mad points. Bro, this is incredible.
They may be like regional, so maybe like county, or could be like state.
I feel like county might, just because the amount of assets they had. Because the municipalities within, or what we would refer as like a township or whatever, they're pretty small across the pond. I can't imagine you'd have the tax base unless it's all just like federally funded. The helicopters, all the cars, the motorcycles, all the coordination. Okay, the air is national. Constabulary is local. NPAS is federal. Okay. So we'll give the feds some points for that was actually really cool. And then I will give 10 points for local just because they contributed. That was kind of rad, though. I mean, it's kind of for a petty offense. I don't even know if that's grand theft. It's probably like a $1,400 scooter, but shout out to them. To be fair, though, I've chased a stolen Nissan Altima before. That's probably not worth much more than that.
NPAS is National Police Air Service.
Oh, there you go.
So they're feds.
That's pretty badass.
Yep.
I was very, very impressed. The fact that they came down and was like, nah, screw it, I'm going to take him into custody. You wouldn't get that here. That's all I'm trying to say. They'd be like, nah, I'm going to walk you in.
Yeah.
I always found these single chevrons kind of goofy. My department didn't do these. You were either corporal or nothing.
Yeah, those are, like I said, those usually designate senior patrol officer, and he would probably be like an FTO maybe.
Yeah. See, we did it.
Yeah,
then.
but seniors.
If you were FTO, you were a corporal, so they gave you the 2. But I guess without long sleeves, you don't have like the seniority sleeves like down here, for the years of service ones. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or if you were like the senior officer on shift, like that, then that makes sense. I feel like those would come off. There's some Velcro stripes though, depending on the shift. Oh, monetized late fee. One division. Welcome. Single chevron. See, Alex gets it. I think it's also like that's also like a North Texas, like a DFW thing that almost nobody does this. Where I'm sure like regionally, depending on where this is at. Where's this?
Somewhere in South Carolina.
I guess South Carolina does it.
Units being General 33 for Southland and Wildwood.
It's illegal. You want somebody on the other side? So they're pulling me out the car. Okay, I'm about to see.
Help or don't?
Whatever. I'm gonna kill y'all motherfuckers. Put me in handcuffs.
Big stars is there?
Put me
I
in
do like the
handcuffs.
green though.
For what?
This county green. I have a pair of pants that's this color, and they make my day. If there was a county that would let me wear this green in Texas, I would do it. That'd be enough for me in the recruiting packet.
No, you
Very
have
sharp.
Take my phone. 195. Take me to jail. No, it doesn't matter. There's no resistance. I don't resist. You pulled me out my car just now. You just pulled me out my car. You just pulled me out my car. What do you want me to do?
You just responded for treatment in Farmington.
What do you want me to do?
Yukon should be pulled over at Discovery and Briar.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, God dang.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
What do you do?
You just responded for treatment in Farmington.
What do you want me to do?
I think this is a DWI here.
Yukon
These
should
headlights?
be pulled over at Discovery and Briar.
Watch these headlights.
What do you want me to do?
This one. Yeah, that one. Oh. Bro, the car he was on, too. Oh, my.
Whoa! God dang.
Bro, it was the car he was on. You let this guy go after this? Yeah, I got to work this DWI. Oh, no, you got other deputies there. Screw it.
Yeah.
I will work this call. You guys go work this DWI attempted murder call we now got. Golly.
What the fuck?
Sit down. Sit down.
Oh my God.
Oh, here we go.
He's having a time. Now, unfortunately for him, because of how it went down, all of the charges go to this guy, and you're probably well covered under qualified immunity. He lost any legal arguments he had for injuries, but it's fine. He can play the game. Dude, full air pack. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Doors locked.
Copy.
That's a full air bag deployment. Good on them. At least they're not standing there. They're trying to get after it.
Hey, watch out. Oh, you got it open? All right.
Yeah, but you're gonna need EMS.
You hear the disappointment?
She's moving. She's moving.
Yeah.
He wanted to use that.
He just pulls out the battle axe, and he's like, "Oh, you got it open."
Oh shit.
Start the Snoopy music.
Yeah.
I'd be disappointed too.
She's moving. You get that open, sir?
Is he responding?
Yeah. Ma'am.
Ma'am.
143, you got one responding.
Is she? Yes, she is. Can you
Here, back
got
up,
it?
back up.
All right.
Oh, she got it?
Yep, we got it.
So anytime you have a car like this, obviously check on the driver. Always check the back seat. I was always nervous about kids being in the car. Just as a first responder to other first responders, just check that back seat. Do yourself a favor, save yourself a little trauma. Rip that Band-Aid off now if it's going to be a thing. Removing her from the car. The driver, the unfortunate reality for them is they're detained, right? If not under arrest for vehicular assault. A couple different ways you could shake that. Normally, if it was just a car accident, we've already discussed this before. You're not in a hurry to get them out of the car, but for all we know, this car's still operable. They were the operators. I think you'll be covered, even if some more injury came out of you affecting an arrest here. You on-viewed, at the very minimum, like a Class A misdemeanor in Texas, if not worse. I think they're good to extract her. If the car's not on fire and you do have secondaries like passengers, maybe not as quick with them, but you do want to be able to make sure that car can't get up and drive. So just things to think about.
All right. God damn.
All right, come on. Ready?
Hey, which direction traffic you want?
Put on the side.
Let's get out of the road.
Here, get on the side. Get on the side.
Let's get out of the road. Let's get out of the road. Just lay down.
Getting out of the road.
Get on the side of it.
Come around us.
Or actually, her neck. Leave her on her back so her neck doesn't get hurt.
Just lay down.
Handcuff her.
Yeah. Everybody, I think we're all good. I don't know about him.
204. Y'all need yourself units down there?
Just lay still.
Hey, what's your name?
Lauren Skinner.
One more time?
Lauren Skinner.
Okay, do you know what year it is?
Is 2025.
2025? Okay. Do you know who the president is? Trump? Yeah.
So these are questions for like welfare questions, the best way I could describe them. A lot of times we do these for emergency detentions. You can do them just to see like at what level of consciousness they have. How long it's taking her to respond could be potentially reasonable suspicion or probable cause working towards DWI or her being intoxicated. The only thing that's going to kind of kill all of those investigative steps is the accident. Airbags deployed. She was in the front seat. It was a head-on collision. We're not doing SFSTs here. Like this is going to be a blood warrant at best, unless she complies and she's an idiot, and that happens. Just know that you're going to have to work based off that. A head injury like that, and not to mention we don't know any secondary injuries that might occur that we can't physically see, right? Bad knees, ankles, all that stuff. Just start moving your brain towards, hey, they're injured. They're not going to qualify for SFSTs. Let's see if I can ask any investigative questions or look for evidence inside of the car for like empty open containers, stuff like that, so that we can kind of move on from that.
Do you know if you're hurting anywhere? You don't feel any pain anywhere?
I'm drunk.
Okay.
Turn the
You know
car
what
off
happened?
to what Alex said.
Central 14328.
No. You got the car ready, okay? Yeah, she's talking and everything. She knows what year it is and who the president is. She don't know what happened though.
She could have been having a medical episode.
Do what?
Medical episode. She could have been having a medical episode while she was driving and drifted. She could have been epileptic.
Epileptic,
So,
and then a lot of times too, you'll end up getting like blood sugar issues.
Yeah,
for people that are
diabetics.
diabetics. Every once in a while, I'm not saying it never happens. I mean, the heart disease is the leading killer in America, right? Stroke. It's a completely foreseen thing where they just have a stroke in the middle of driving. That could happen. So, Buxom, welcome. I will not sap you, Poppy.
Don't smile at me, especially whenever you're out here drinking and driving. You about took us out and killed every one of us.
I wonder, we didn't get anything else on this. Hold on. That was her second offense in DWI. But we don't get any results for a blood draw. So 2:30 a.m. is a little sussy. Just because most bars let out at about 2 o'clock, so this is like peak DWI time.
The witching hour.
That is what we call a clue, boys and girls. I was a midnights officer for about 2 years, and that was the witching hour. God, especially because I had rookie days, so I was working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah,
bro, Friday and Saturday, bro, you were getting worked. You were doing at least 2 or 3 DWIs. Like it was a bad time. Mando said, "Oh no, Buxom's here to take first place." Oh my goodness. I'd be curious to see if there wasn't something medical. You can never rule that out. Again, in that case, she's the victim of her circumstances. So we always try to treat somebody or everybody with like an air of respect. I understand kind of being pissed off, right? Like you almost got hit by a car. I get it, but obviously, like bring back robot cops. You know, the deputize. I think they did fine. I don't really have any beef with this. I don't know what the deal was with the previous call. Why they were pulling that guy out or whatever. It's clearly less serious. Maybe probably just like a warrant or something stupid. But I thought they pivoted pretty quickly. There wasn't a lot of back and forth or like indecision. And I'll give an extra 5 points because the guy had an axe. He didn't get to use it, but he had the axe. Don't drink and drive so people spill their beers. Oh my goodness. Oh, Blank, our certified professional.
Just like for you know, they have a dog.
They got to be a statey.
Gotta be.
Thank you, next at 61, 471.
Washington has been notified. They're going to try and get green light West Fork out there.
TBI A and B, TBI A and B.
Right after.
10-4's vehicle stop.
Nope, he's on the wrong way.
Tell you what.
Shit.
I was about to say the same thing. I was like, damn it, I pit him and now he's in the wrong way. If you got a pit policy, this is, I think, even a better reason to pit. Where I think this probably changes, I was never pit certified. I'd like to one of these days maybe do it. But pitting going the right direction, there's still some safety considerations you probably want to take. The second they're driving the wrong way, I think the danger to the public really elevates. Where normally, like a lot of pit policies, they'll give you like a certain mile per hour, just because it's deadly force after that. I think that floor likely gets raised, or that ceiling likely gets raised for how fast they can be going, and you feel comfortable about pitting them. Traumatic.
All right.
What's your play?
We're still, we are getting back on northbound.
67, they're coming towards you. Northbound approach to the 69, speed 130, no traffic.
Got tires going flat, tires going flat.
Now, fleet or pit? That second one's probably a fleet. You're gonna
That was a fleet. Yeah.
You're gonna get browbeat for that one. He's like, so the car was standing still when you made contact with it. You have fun with this 1-day suspension with pay. A letter in the file for you. Well, dear Chief. smoking. That's a.
There's something. That's some smoke. Yeah.
I wasn't running.
You're very cool supervision.
Hey, sir, I'm not lying. Why are you guys? That's not how it
A great job by this other trooper here. He just laser beamed on the passenger, gun out, like, hey, I got to make sure my boy here is okay. Made sure he was in line with that officer making the detention, and he did not look at what was going on at the arrest. He stayed lasered on because it's an unknown threat. That is probably the best cover I've seen in a while.
Pretty good, yeah.
Trusting that officer to handle up, right? Like, hey, unless you need something, I'm going to be occupied. That is... You won't see canines with that kind of laser beam. That's excellent. She feels detained. Good job. We got Chelsea here. Let's go. So you'll notice she's actually turning and looking back. On the highway, that's actually pretty advisable. On the call we just saw, if you're the second, maybe really more the third or fourth officer that's there, you're really looking back to make sure while you're out there that somebody's not smoking you. Road flares are a really good idea. Also, if you're that third officer there, can't that vehicle like way back there? That give yourself 10, 15, 20 car lengths so that if something ends up plowing into your patrol car, it's buying time for that crash to decelerate and not hit you guys going so fast. If you're the second one, you're probably trying to get after it, so it is what it is. But the one thing troopers are good at is this very encounter here. Shout out to them. Damn state police. A bunch of them showed up. You're good? What's he saying?
I told him I had that on me a minute ago. Goddamn.
They have the whistles. It's cracked me up every time I see him. Like, what is this for?
Looks like a throttle sticking.
He said the throttle was sticking?
Yeah.
That's not a Toyota, sir.
Oh, my goodness. The throttle was sticking. You guys bit me 3 times, but...
Yeah.
Bro, this Joker. This guy's got jokes. That's his affirmative defense to prosecution is the throttle was sticking.
Yeah.
That's the keys. That's all I got. What? Can I ask this one, please? 226? Yeah. Yes, sir. Let me ask you a question. The gas pump stuff, right? Okay, so whenever we got to 71, you slowed all the way down, you put you out, you got back up. I couldn't stop. Listen, I think the ID over there, you go to the other lane, you can't back, you can't go. You're done.
Oh, the trooper with the hat showed up. The lecture is incoming.
Just a minute. No, I'm trying to tell you. Did I not? Just clean your head.
Oh, so really, really good example of keeping control of your suspect. Sometimes you're stuck searching and holding at the same time, like nobody's helping him. And he's looped his arm actually inside of this guy's arm while he's inspecting something or manipulating something with his hands. It's an excellent way to not end up in a foot chase once the guy's in custody. I probably don't want to hold potential drugs while I'm doing that. But if there's something you got to do administratively, this is an excellent way. You see it happen way too often where kids in cuffs, kids standing there, and they just kind of like let them go. And they're off to the races. This is actually, these guys are all really, this is very good. I'm upset because it's State Boys, but they're kind of crushing. Like I'm trying to find things to be nitpicky about, but they're doing pretty fucking good.
Say ASP, man.
Yeah, they get down. That is they earn the reputation they got.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Oh my God, damn it. Oh, he's on the right too.
Is that the one that's hurting?
A whole sussy on the groin area, but I understand what he's trying to do.
That's my wallet.
Anything in your boots?
No, sir.
Fine. You got room in your back seat?
Yeah, but you need a couple of...
Right. My seat, I got my spikes all mixed up in the back seat. Yeah, sit right there.
Charge? No. They don't give us a charge. With the defective taillight, he ran for that? Come on. I was used without authorization, so UUMV.
Yep.
No warrants, though. What an idiot. If he didn't have drugs, like if they didn't charge him with possession or something, like why'd you run?
Yeah. Hello, take your ticket.
Bro, these people piss me off, man. Like, I'm over here thinking maybe you're kidnapping somebody, and it's like, oh no. I thought I had warrants. Well, you don't. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Now you know. Stupid. Damn, I don't want to give them points. Son of a bitch. That was a good call. They did excellent. I have zero complaints. You got to hit them with the... Do you have it on the soundboard? Can you find it?
What's that?
We got to...
State boys on the highway. They stopping everything.
There it is. So we got back-to-back State Boys one. This has got better dash cam. Oh, that's probably just the daytime, probably.
Also ASP, so good times.
Oh, it is ASP. I didn't see the my microphone's blocking the lower right-hand portion. This is gonna be we're gonna get after it here. Tell you what, I saw a trooper blow my door off, catching up to somebody. Somebody was like in an Infinity. They were doing like 110.
Yeah.
I was just cruising along and I just saw. I was like, oh, it's the all black Tahoe. You know what I mean? I was like, well, good luck, buddy. Georgia. I hate these country roads. These things suck. Oh. He wants that.
48. Jones, dispatch. C-48, Jonesboro.
Go ahead.
Be attempting to go 1024, that red Corvette.
Okay, go ahead.
Be Highway 63 here at the red light at...
All right, chat. I'm going to put a poll here. Do we think this Corvette survives this pursuit?
You got to be careful because if you pit it and you wreck it, the owner is going to come after you for his $50,000. I don't know what the hell a Corvette costs.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
So yes, kudos for getting it back to him and getting the piece of shit that took it, but
bro,
you just wrecked a $150,000 car.
That's what I mean.
So it's like, yikes, do I want to pit this up or not?
Dude, big yikes. Alex said not with ASP, dog. I'm not optimistic.
Warrant Ridge with Adam William Robert 55 Sam.
Stop it.
10-4. Jonesboro C12, are you correct? Yeah, or it's going to be $10-19.
Roll the windows down.
He's not stopping.
Dude,
It's like a semi-custom vet, too.
63 for C48.
48 John for us starting to take off.
I'm surprised that little pothole wasn't enough.
Red light here, one reason taking off is 1037 north.
I know, dude. They're so low to the ground.
Ah, dude, you're sitting probably 4 or 5 inches from the pavement inside of that thing. They are low. I had a 94 Camaro that was still like those long body ones, and yeah, dude, like you parked next to the wrong curb and you couldn't open your door. Like that's how bad. That's how low those things got. Touch the bumper for safety.
I'd like to audit their pursuits and just figure out how many of them are like out of state people. Because you think most of the people in Arkansas, they know this shit. They know better.
Dude. You're like, well,
do something like this. Like this guy's from New York.
Yeah,
Stole a car.
I was gonna
say. Hasn't been on YouTube before. So,
there's some guy coming in from Missouri or something. He's like, he's gonna let me go. He's tumbling through the air after getting pitted, and he's like, "Well, how did I get here?"
Hang on, I gotta take Jack out.
Oh,
Jack's feeling he's a little sick today, so I'm just kind of babying it right now. But yeah, I'll be back.
Okay. NC, welcome, brother. We did indeed have a stream on your birthday. Happy birthday.
Stop the car.
31 John's Pursuit, 14-4. Bridge. Okay, now I'm leaving off this road.
I'll try to go there right here. They may.
John, we're over to you northbound on 63 at 67.
Northbound at 67. What's the speed private?
13, Black Rabbit.
Yep.
Full car over, girl. Sarah, pull the car over.
He knows this lady? I said,
Sarah, pull the car over. Stop the car, Sarah. Sarah, just stop the car. Pull
got
over.
T-tops.
So you don't get hurt, Sarah. Just stop the car.
Oh, she's in the phone with him. That had to hurt. Oh. Well, that's high centered. That could have been worse.
TVI, we're in the ditch. Sarah, show me your hands. Sarah Bates, I know who you are. Show me your hands. Don't grab having a gunpoint. Sarah, shut the car off. Look at the door and step out. Sarah, get over here.
Come on.
Now. You see what I'm holding? Listen to me. Get over here. Turn around. Get down on your knees. Face down on the ground. Lay down like an airplane. Arms out to your side.
What is the deal here?
Taken to jail? No. All right. You're on camera. You're being recorded. Don't move. The liquor store's still closed. That's why she turned around and left? Yeah.
Oh, this wasn't too bad. Bro, I think this vet made it. It's a little worse for wear, but heck yeah, bro, for the poll. 22% of y'all. You guys took the long shot there, but that's you're doing pretty good. Law lizard alert. Timothy, you're probably right. Who's gonna fix Sarah Frag Hero Fraskin? Rate that pit. Stomach pinchy. Y'all so mean. Let's see. Points from chat. Oh. Since it made it. Yeah, I'm down for that. It did bake it though. This could have been a lot worse. Oh, thank you, my love. Oh, can I have a Ziggy? I have dinner tonight. It's going to be fresh cut watermelon and some. These are just patties. These are just lean beef patties with some cheddar cheese. Eating pretty good today.
Hey, so I'm going to take him to the vet.
Oh,
the vet here stays open till like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and run him over there. Sorry to cut short, but
no, you're
I'll
good.
see y'all
Take care of the
next
doggo.
week. Sure will. See you.
All right, bye, Keith. We're getting solo stram now. Here we are. Thank you. I appreciate it. And the wife crushing it again. Little Bondo won't fix. Y'all are the worst. Sarah's a hoe for that, though. Did I put tahini on my watermelon? No, I'm not that kind of guy. Making sure I read everything here. No eggs? No eggs. I actually had eggs for lunch. I had eggs with sausage for lunch. So this is kind of more of a light dinner, so I don't have to go to the bathroom in the middle of stream because I got a bunch of more videos to get through.
You got a camera.
This is Midwest Safety. Irresponsible mom takes daughter on police chase. We'll see how this goes. Sal y limon. No. Points for good boys. Yeah, dude. For Jack, let's give points to good boys. Let's go. For Jack. Eddie, I did indeed have sausage for lunch. Oh my goodness. Chat is out of control. In hot weather or to juice. There you go. I have Rugen stuck in this room with me too. Poor cat.
Watch out. Hold on. King, watch out. Stop. You got that.
Oh, it almost hit us. It's going east on Geneva at Cook right now, south on Cook.
It'll be 1080, just so you know.
You got hang on.
That's my son.
Hold on. Oh, it's going to go in north on Madison at Geneva.
Somebody get some stop sticks down, please.
Oh, just hold the traffic. We're going around in circles at this point. We're at Geneva at Cook again. And I think we're going to be making a right, south on Cook.
While these two officers follow the suspect closely, another officer joins the pursuit behind them. They then realize the suspect is leading them around the block in a loop.
Get some stop sticks down somewhere.
Oh, let's get stop sticks somewhere, or if we could... She's going around the same way. Ray, if you're near, see if we can block her off, please.
Sticks right in front of the library. Just gonna keep doing the same thing.
Okay, we're on Geneva again, going back to Cook. So if we can get her boxed in, that would be the greatest plan.
Go.
Stop sticks right there. Chief, hold on.
Got him.
Hold on, yep. Oh, we had stop sticks. She hit. officer. Yep.
Got it? Careful, Teach, careful.
Yep.
Careful.
Hey, please, get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Now, I'm not saying it's an inappropriate use of force. We did run. It's just a high-risk stop. You're going to point a gun at it. I don't know if she's standing up or not, but I don't feel comfortable standing here in a car that can still drive. Just kind of get behind the front tires, because the front tires can turn and they can put this car into you. The guy really should have tried to get his patrol car like back here and not past the car. This is kind of more on the driver than it is them, but if you're stuck in a shit situation like this, get behind this B pillar and do it from there. Or get up on it. Break that glass and go get after it, but this isn't great positioning from a tactical standpoint, just because this car is still definitely a weapon for you. Also, sin for the Apple Watch.
Get out of the car right now! Ma'am, get out of the car!
This is the suspect's daughter who just exited the vehicle.
Show me your hand!
This chick is now your backstop, and you don't know that. It's pretty suboptimal.
Show me your hands. You're okay, sweetie. You're okay. Chief, grab the kid. No. Nope. Hey, hold on. Go on.
Take the car, go. My keys are on the ground.
I got it.
Although, shout out to the chief for at least being on the street. Shout out to them for that.
The suspect yet again loops around the same block, returning to where they just were.
Crash. Ray, I'm coming up behind you.
Geneva, I'm pinning.
I'd be pissed. Oh, wow, airbag's deployed. So, always try the door, because if the door's going to be there, great. -5 for being in focus. You're smashing this window and ripping this lady out. Like, this is a very ignorant approach, and like, we got to bring back those like 80s style cops here. Blink. Thank you. Yes, my wife is indeed writing a book. It's pretty awesome. I'll give you guys details about my wife's book at the end of the stream.
Get out of the car right now! Get out of the car! 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 Get the down on the ground! Get 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 out of the car! It's gonna be smoky! Get out of the
There you go.
Get on the ground!
You're on the ground, Ray.
What are you doing?
Oh, she's 95. We get EMS.
She wasn't fighting bad enough for you to struggle that much on handcuffing, but it is what it is. Okay, I'll give it to you guys after this video.
Hey, EMS coming. Okay. There's more kids in there. Hey, Jason, go find Chief. He's got a kid that was in the car. don't see anybody, Joe, but...
Are you injured? Are you injured?
No.
Okay.
Ray, you okay?
I'm good.
Ivana, we'll see you in the after party, girl.
Yep, I just pinned with our car to stop it. So we'll get there when we're all done, but...
So,
Frag, I agree. I am definitely opening myself up for the jokes.
take some pictures, please. Yep. Thank you. Man, what's your first name? Alicia. Alicia, what's going on today? My name's Katie, okay? Is there anything we could help you out with? Are you okay?
Can you take these handcuffs off?
I can't, unfortunately. What's going on today?
I'm just trying to wake up from a really bad dream.
Okay. Okay.
I'm trying to wake up from a really bad dream, and we're all living in the Matrix.
Okay.
I copy. She just told me she's trying to wake up from a bad dream.
I'm not crazy.
Okay, we're not saying that.
No. We're just worried about you.
Yeah.
We're just worried about you, okay? Is there anybody else in the car?
No, you have my daughter.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Seemed like you were just kind of stuck in a loop there. Are you okay?
I'm absolutely fine, sir.
Okay. We're going to take some deep breaths, okay? Where are you from?
Well, I don't actually have a place to stay right now.
Okay.
Can
I move you to your butt so then we can chat here?
I would prefer to stay right here.
Perfect. That works for me. What's your name again?
My name is Alicia.
Okay, hi. I'm Ray.
So, is this good de-escalation? Sure. We're not asking material questions towards the crime. Is that your daughter? What's your daughter's name? You know, why'd you run? Did you know we were behind you? Could you see the light? Stuff like that. There's some elements of the offense stuff we're looking at for evading in a vehicle. Did you know your daughter was in the car when you ran? There's a lot of those questions you really should be asking as opposed to the ones they currently are. They're doing the de-escalation model. I'm fine with it. I'll take this over a lecture. It's just not terribly productive from a law enforcement standpoint. There are no law enforcement objectives being accomplished if you're not asking specific questions. Agent Smith. The Mando. Oh my God, you need to chill. They build in the foundations of a good rapport. Yeah, and I'm with you. The rapport building can be good. That's why I'm not complaining. I would take this over that. I would just start working towards. We've already asked her how she's doing or whatever. Let's start working towards the elements of the offense that we have a good charge here. The handcuffs are also way too loose.
Sorry we kind of meet like this. I think your car is pretty damaged here. Just to make sure that we're safe here, I know the passenger or all the airbags deployed, and looks like you got some your blood on your mouth. Are you injured at all?
No, I'm not.
No? Okay. Do you have like an ID on you or anything in the car here?
My ID is in the car.
It's in the car. Okay.
Mom's okay, alright? You want a sticker?
You know, like, there was, like, sticky tape?
Yeah.
I used to watch, like, this guy, he used to put, like, tape on it, and then it was, like, it was bad. He was, like, screaming.
Ow. Yeah, that does hurt.
Whose car is this?
It's my vehicle.
Is your vehicle? Is it registered to you, too?
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm not really sorry, though.
No, it's all good. Does this happen a lot?
No, this is the first time for sure.
First time. Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's happened one other time.
One other time. Up in Edgerton or somewhere else?
I'm not really sure because I have PTSD and CPTSD and my memories aren't that great.
Okay. Is there any weapons in the car for my safety?
I'll take 10 for bad grammar.
I'm not sure.
Not sure? No, like firearms?
I don't have any firearms, no.
Okay. Are you okay?
Hi, my name's Tim. Okay. I'm with the fire department. What happened?
I was driving a bunch of circles repeatedly, and then I crashed into this vehicle because I was going too fast.
Okay. Any alcohol today?
No, sir.
Okay. Any drugs?
Yes, sir.
What drugs did you take today?
Cocaine and ketamine.
Cocaine and ketamine, okay. Do you know how much?
Steel switch, I'm with you. Sitting her up or at least putting her in the recovery position is not a terrible idea. They asked her if she wanted to. She said no, but yeah, I'd at least put it on her side.
Really don't, honestly.
Okay. Do you have it on you right now?
Yes, sir, I do.
Where's it at?
It's in my purse in there.
Okay. Are you okay if we check you out in the ambulance? Make sure you're not hurt?
No, that's all right. I'm good.
Alright, I think we should check you out though.
No, I'm cool.
How about we just take you in the ambulance and check?
So she's in custody. She's going to the hospital. She's involved in an accident. She's got apparent injury. From a liability standpoint, whether she refuses or not, doesn't matter. She's going. This is new to all of them, clearly, because I haven't dealt with this before, but you're going in the hospital.
Yeah, we'll check your vitals, make sure you're all good.
I'm good.
If she says, I don't recall, steel switch, I will indeed.
I need to stay a little longer.
Will you stand up if we help you?
Not right now. I just need a second.
Search her.
I have not searched her, no.
I'm going to have you roll up on your side here, okay?
You ready to stand up with me? I'm going to get you on your butt, okay?
One more second, please.
Can I get you on your butt at least?
No, I just need a second. Please, I just need 1 second.
All right, here we go. On your butt. Order on your feet.
Okay, there you go.
Yep. Thanks. Can I have you sit right here? There we go. Swing your feet up on there for us. Excellent. There you go. You have any pain right now?
Oh, the peanut gallery on this one.
You have any pain right now?
All these people vacuuming the front yard here.
After bringing her in the ambulance, Alicia refused medical services. Officers then bring her to a nearby hospital and prepare to do field sobriety testing.
I don't like SFSTs here because of the accident. I'm not saying she can't do them. It's just the likelihood that these get disqualified is pretty high. HGN, you can try. You might throw it in the report, but if you're not putting it in the report, there's not some level of fear of head injury due to she has an injury to her mouth, so she clearly got hit in the face during a car accident, especially this late. Like, clearly, what is this, 20:39? It was almost an hour and a half later. I don't know, dog. Just from an investigatory standpoint, I'm not saying don't try, but I have beef. The reason I bring this up, I maybe went to court 2 or 3 times ever in my career. And the reason being is people pled out almost always because they saw the report and they were like, you're probably not beating that. You should plead on this charge, right? I would definitely fight the validity of her qualifying for SFSTs on this. I bring it up because it's important. The cocaine usage, she admitted to cocaine. I don't remember what the other one was. Maybe fentanyl, something like that. She used some sort of drug. None of those things are going to be apparent in this test. They're not designed to test for that. They're designed to test for alcohol. So unless they're doing specific for those drugs, SFSTs, this is a big waste of time.
No, it's okay. I figured it out. So I'm going to move my finger from side to side. I want you to focus right here on the tip of my finger, and then don't move your head. Just follow with your eyes. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I think you might be answering.
I'm sorry. I was just overthinking.
That's okay. Do you understand, though, what I'm saying?
Yes, I can understand the words you're saying, but I can't concentrate right now.
I understand there's probably a lot of stuff going through.
Okay, so she's already, and mind you, could totally be putting on an act, but if they don't understand the instructions, can you actually conduct the test and count these points against her? Probably not.
Your mind. Don't move your head. Just follow my finger.
It's like a visible injury to the face.
Keep going. We're almost done. Alicia, right here. Okay? Right here.
I'm sorry. Can I have a moment?
Yeah.
I'm just...
Yeah, tell me.
What are we doing?
I'm going to have you stand back up so we can complete the test unless you don't want to complete the test.
Honestly, I don't. All you have to do is just do your best, okay? I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Just do your best. That's all you have to do, okay? Okay. Okay.
Okay, so where we left off was follow my finger right here. And we're good. Just your eyes. All right, so the next test is a walking and a balancing test. Just watch me as I explain and demonstrate the test. You understand so far?
Could you repeat that? I didn't
Yeah, just watch me as I show you how to do the test. So watch me as I do it.
Can I help just a second?
No, we're kind of done with the seconds here, okay? All right, so when I tell you to begin, you're going to take 9 heel toe steps on the line. You're going to do a turn, and you're going to do 9 heel toe steps back. Go ahead and...
This is pretty decent here for walking.
Okay, we're running out of room here, so we'll kind of call it there, okay?
Over the next 5 minutes, Alicia performed another test in which she performed just as well as the first two. She was then offered to take a breathalyzer test and refused.
Based on how the performance of the test goes, I don't think that you're safe to operate a motor vehicle, okay? So I do have to put you under arrest for driving under the influence.
Not driving under the influence, okay, no. Okay.
I wonder why these kids are continuing the cycle. And this footage was like a gut punch because she's intoxicated and clearly unfit to...
This mother of the year...
This woman and that child. And kids are supposed to be able to trust their parents. But how can they do that when the parent is the one putting them in danger?
This mother of the year was charged with fleeing, eluding a traffic officer, failure to stop at a stop sign, reckless driving, operating a vehicle while under the influence with a passenger under 16 years old, abandonment of a child, possession of cocaine, possession of ketamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
So, now I'm not saying SFSDs can't help you prove this OWI, but she's pretty high. You're going to need blood work to prove that. I think with the possession of cocaine, ketamine, GB, all this other stuff, I think with the possession of that, her apparent level of intoxication, her verbally admitting to it, and then her behavior, you could have easily put that on a warrant and gotten this on a blood draw while it's still in her system so that you can then qualify that charge later on. This OWI, if they didn't get blood, is going to be dubious at best, but that's a pretty small charge compared to all these possession charges. Those are pretty serious.
The suspect was quickly released on bond. Court records indicate that 10 months later, the matter is still progressing through the Wisconsin court system. She is innocent unless...
Wisconsin, letting people go. Stupid. I'm going to take 5 points. I thought the investigation was pretty inefficient, just from a gathering evidence standpoint. SFSTs, that's a pretty dubious attempt there at SFSTs, and whether or not they're even going to contribute to OWI. You had a lot of the verbal already there. You had like the actual physical possession side of it. Man, we're going to take some from judges. Y'all some hoes for letting people out early. Oh, nope. I gave him points. Hold on. Add a 0. The chief was there. Shout out to him, I guess, for being there. Could have probably authorized something like a pit, but it ended up working out. Wisconsin. Go back and charge it later. Yeah. Yeah, failure to stop, causing an accident, you know, shit. Yeah, you got a lot of other charges. You can always charge that stuff on the back end, especially once you got possession. You got felonies already. Just send it on those, you know. But yeah, that's shouldn't be like. Yeah, don't do coke and Special K, folks. Well, just play. Here it is.
I need to make a complaint so I can get finished today.
Welcome, get finished.
Manifestation bullshit.
Manifestation?
Yes, manifestation bullshit.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about.
You need to talk to like your chief or something.
The chief only talks to people if they make an appointment. You have to make an appointment with the chief to see him.
Impromptu comatose. Shame. Hey, drop a like on the stream.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot. Here, because I said I would. This is my wife's book. If you guys are interested, it's at Creatively Kinsey. You guys can go check it out. I'm very, very proud of her. I'll give you guys more information in the after party, but I'm very proud of her. She's chasing her dreams. My hands look like this, so her hands can look like that. But I'll go back to the stream.
You can call him. My phone's broke.
You know what? Let me call somebody from my...
Say creatively, Kinsey.
Okay. Okay. You're welcome.
You have to make an appointment to see them. Don't be difficult. Just, there's no one that will talk to you. No. Because you're talking about some kind of manifestation. You know what that tells me? That you're mental. You're mental.
He said, you're mental. And he's actually going to walk out and tell him to the This is a good way to get written up. I realize calling someone mental on duty is probably also not a good look. But yeah.
Say it.
You have to leave now, sir.
Or what?
You have to leave now, sir.
Call someone right the fuck
I'm not calling anyone.
Yeah,
you have to leave.
Why?
Leave.
Make me leave.
Leave.
Make me leave.
Make you leave?
Yeah. Make me leave.
Make sure this is on. You have to leave, sir.
Make me leave.
So, I don't know that you're criminally trespassing this guy from the police station, though you could. Maybe do a couple more questions as far as, like, if you believe he's mental, and it's a Baker Act for some people. It's emergency detention where I'm coming from, but it's basically like a mental hold you put on people. He could also just be angry. This happens all the time. He's probably clearly just trying to pick a fight with police. Probably don't do that by yourself if you're going to do it. Also calling him mental and then getting into this whole pissing match is kind of stupid. Just because it can lead to a lawsuit depending on how this goes down, but there is a point in time where you can make people leave. You would just say, hey, you don't have any more lawful purposes. You're now like obstructing or something like that. It's going to be hard because it's a publicly accessible building. A lot of times these are also accessible 24/7. Now, if you were going to try to go on like assault by threat or something like that, potentially retaliation is where he's saying like, make me leave, say it to my face, stuff like that. Obviously he's getting closer to you. The problem is you walked up to him, so a lot of that stuff's going to be going to erode your fear of bodily injury or whatever. So not vagrancy, chill. So I don't currently right now, based off of what he's saying, I don't think he meets the criteria for an emergency detention or a Baker Act or anything like that. And then based on this officer's behavior, he's lost any real argument he's got for like, he's threatening me, so we got to make him leave. You'd have to have some sort of city ordinance for like loitering or something that you're trying to enforce at this point. But yeah, you just got to put up with him. Welcome to being a cop.
Say that shit again.
You called me retarded.
Say that shit again.
You're mental.
Well, I mean, he did make it easy. So the guy has a First Amendment right. He's allowed to call you the hard R word here. He's allowed to do that. It's likely going to be a write-up from you saying you're mental. But it's conduct unbecoming. It's not illegal to call somebody mental. But he took a swing at you, so he made this pretty easy. You know. Oh, don't bitch out now, dog. You picked the fight. If you decide to go and talk trash to some guy and get him into a fight, you better be able to handle up. Don't be doing this. Come on.
Yeah. Think I'm playing, bro? Huh? Ain't nobody fucking mental. Fucking call somebody so I can fucking talk to someone.
Get off me.
That's wild.
Say that shit again.
That's wild. Don't be talking trash and then losing the fight, bruh. All I'm saying is you walked him down, you called him names, the fight started. This likely gets kicked just due to the misconduct side of this, right? Like you're talking trash to a random person and then a fight happened. Is he assaulting a peace officer? Yes. Should you be assaulting a peace officer? No. But likely the write-up for calling this guy mental. And also, you could have very easily given him like the non-emergency number. I've plenty of times given people like bullshit, like reports. Like literally I'll just, hey, generate me a call for an investigation is what I typically say. I say, hey, I took the person's information down. Hey, what's your information? What are you seeing? Can you give me any more details? Here's a report number. We're going to throw our best detective that we possibly can on it, right? Give it to him. He feels like you did something. You did something. Cool. Do you need EMS? Call EMS. Maybe he just wants to go to the hospital. Mental services. Hey, I can give you, some mental health resources. Something. Because then at least you tried. And if he doesn't leave after that, that's on you. I'm team mutual combat for show. But yeah, you're not allowed to talk shit and then start a fight and then lose it and act hard. Like, you kind of did this to yourself. I'm not trying to condone assaulting a peace officer, but at the same time, you would have caught me doing this.
Again. We can do this all day. Yes, we can. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that is not a deadly threat. There's no way he pulled his gun. One, it's a 320. So we're already in danger, right? We're lucky this thing hasn't gone off yet. Not a deadly threat. Like, my brother in Christ. What? It's whatever, dog. We were doing so well.
Yeah.
Then you let him take the back. Well, these people were about it.
Fucking bullshit. Not today. Yeah. Y'all hear this shit out?
Was this chief getting after it? Who's this retired on duty fool? Maybe I don't go back. What is going on here? Taser in hand.
Who is it? Yeah.
I have no idea.
All right, we're just gonna roll him. Take my gun out. Get him. All right, get off. Give me my
Take a seat, dog. He leaves his gun back.
You're getting press charges on big boy.
All right, roll on your stomach, bud. Roll on your stomach. Get off. Roll on your stomach.
How the fuck I'm gonna roll over? Fuck off, bro. I can walk. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. This explanation.
You want to suck my dick? Are you ready? Huh? You want to look down or something? Or you want?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, stay on.
You hurt? Yeah, his feelings are hurt.
Punch, fag.
Bro.
That's why I got you.
LP, this is not a skills issue. This is a judgment issue. There's no amount of BJJ training that's going to give you better judgment. You just send him to the you don't need to be a cop anymore training. Goodness gracious.
Came in wanting to speak to some of the overweight. And then he starts talking about some kind of manifestation happening.
Exactly.
So I told him,
Exactly.
nobody's going to talk to you because you're acting like a mental.
No.
He got mad because I called him mental.
Exactly.
Alright. We're done. We're probably going to need a transport, and he does have some mental health.
No, I don't. Alright, bro.
Alright, we're going out the front door. Come on.
You want to fix these handcuffs first? Okay. You guys get into
No one's available to see him till now. I need a disposition here. On aggravated robbery, 2 counts of assault on a peace officer, 4th degree felony, misdemeanor counts of resisting, attempting, and obstructing. What the fuck? Remains in jail on a $100,000 bond. The officer was taken to the hospital, examined, but has since returned to duty. A statement from the police are saying at the encounter very closely mulling over whether to add more training to officers to learn how to de-escalate similar situations. What? I'll take 20. That was pretty bad. Where's admin for letting this fool stay on? I'll take another 20. That's really bad. That is, I mean, I feel like you fail a rookie for that. Like, I'd fail a rookie if they pulled that shit. You guys will get the spicy part of stream here. Here it is.
Oh, that is one spicy kitty. He thinks I still won't pick him up, though, because I will.
This unsuspecting man is about to cause a...
We're on the spicy part of stream. Thank you to our vigilantes for setting this up again. Everybody involved in this situation is tough. Alex, you ain't too far away from some of that shit, boy. You know you're working with some of that. Bro couldn't handle the front desk. So I actually, ironically, it was during 2020. I got moved to babysit a shift because we had brand new rookies that had just gotten us. This is like the kind of peak COVID time, unfortunately. But we had a whole shift full of rookies that were getting cut loose on North Side, which was the busiest side of town that we had. And I was only, I think, a 2-year officer at the time. And they moved me. They've all told me, they said, hey, you need to sit on that shift. And it was a bad time. But I had Bill with me for 3 of those days, and on the 4th day, I was boned. Well, somebody had to sit on the desk overnight because we had a 24-hour front desk. And every Monday night, I got to sit at the desk for 10 hours, and it was pretty chill. Midnight on Monday night, not much happened, but you got plenty of calls there while you were there. But front desk is a pretty easy assignment. It's boring, but it was pretty easy.
Complete disaster. After he enters a Target store, he roams the clothing section of the store, picking up a handful of shirts and other items. He then simply walks out of Target still carrying all the items without paying for them and approaches his vehicle. As he gets in his car, officers surround him and attempt to stop him. However,
Really drawing guns on shoplifting, homie? What are we doing?
the suspect immediately backs up into a police transport van, then drives in between 2 cars while striking both of them and flees the scene. Police lose the suspect, but start gathering any information they can to track the suspect down.
Yeah, the blackmail's the driver, the one that shoplifted. Which way did he go?
Southbound on Park.
Caffeinated, I love you.
Southbound on Park on the wrong side of the street. I just saw him backing up, and I was between here.
Napalm, we just need you to make. We're trying, dog. We're trying to raise the standard here for policing. I'll tell you what, this guy looks good. A squared away little officer here.
Did you see what the driver of this car looked like?
I only saw the passenger.
You only saw the passenger?
I was looking at the person next to me.
Okay, and you were in the car, just I assume waiting for your order? Yeah. Next thing you know, you're getting bumped by someone driving through, hits your car right here on the front. And again on the back, so I guess maybe coming through and then they took a turn. Okay. As we get more information on the suspect, that's where we will relay that to you as well as your insurance company to try to get reimbursed for any deductibles, that kind of stuff. Do you want to pursue criminal charges for hit and run against the suspect driver?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay, perfect. That's what we want to do. And then they obviously hit one of our cars, so we're going to get this all documented. Yep, all right, sounds good.
While officers soon find the suspect, in the meantime, the same exact Target store was unlucky enough to encounter yet another shoplifter. This male, wearing dark-colored clothing and a gray hat, enters Target carrying a plastic shopping bag with a Walgreens logo on it. He then enters the shoe section of Target. He can be seen grabbing a box of shoes, looking at them multiple times, and then walking away with them. Surveillance footage then shows the plastic Walgreens bag he entered with now carries the box of shoes he grabbed. He then walks out of the store without paying. An officer stops him after he exits the store and immediately finds the stolen shoes in the male's possession. But now officers are left wondering, is this related to the other shoplifting incident?
Ready for your work. You get an idea on you?
No.
No?
What's your first name?
Keegan.
Keegan? How do you spell that?
K-E-E-G-A.
Well, at this point, we have PC. This is our guy. So I'm just gonna. Yeah, you're under arrest right now for theft. You're being recorded, okay? The meth? Yes.
There might be a card.
With shoplifting, technically, but yes.
No, that's not mine. I found it. I haven't taken it all yet. And no, I don't plan on using it with nothing else.
Woo! You didn't tell me there was a blade in there, man. I could have.
I actually don't know. Holy shit. I'm sorry. My bad.
Alright, anything else on you? Okay. Alright, we're gonna walk this way, okay? Going back into Target. How'd you get here? I'll take a left.
He passed the last point of sale. He concealed the item. That's pretty easy.
Can you see here for me?
Right, man. Sorry, more from the police department. Okay. Just see where you go. I'm sure the officer explained to you what your rest of that. But Keegan, you have the right to remain silent. Keegan, did you understand your rights? Do you have any questions about it? How did we get here, man? What's going on?
Out in the open and from my hair.
Say what? I'm having a hard time hearing. Sorry. You and your girlfriend.
We were just near there. We were like after the day when we shot from my hair.
And then what? And then you came in the store.
Yeah.
And then what happened in the store?
Okay.
Sounds like you also have a theft warrant. Where's that theft warrant out of?
Puyallup.
Puyallup. So I don't know if you got caught shoplifting in Puyallup and you maybe didn't go to court or something like that. So let me ask you a couple more questions about this. So what were you going to do with those shoes? Give your girlfriend as a gift? In the past, when you still what do you tend to do with the things that you got?
Use myself.
You just keep for yourself? Do you by chance ever get sent to steal particular things from anybody? Do you know anybody that asks people any?
So this is a pretty spicy line of questioning. So they did read a Miranda, and he waived his Miranda rights. He's an idiot. But the reason they're asking if whether or not somebody asked him to steal something and that he went to go do it is you're looking at criminal conspiracy or even more spicy, organized crime, depending on how many people are involved in this. So typically what you'll have is like your customer. And let's say your customer knows this stuff's going to get stolen, asks like a fence of some sort. So this is going to be maybe, let's say, girlfriend. And then the guy himself here, right? That's the thief. Or in this case, if they think that Cadillac, that white Cadillac that drove off was related, right? Let's say they all got here at the same time. You definitely have organized crime, right? So they did Mirandize him. Yeah, they started on the Miranda process and then the video skipped. So they finished Mirandizing him. Which they need to do. He's very much in custody. They told him he was under arrest earlier, so it makes sense. But there's some RICO statutes. You guys can Google what RICO stands for. It's basically like organized crime. And so if you can tie crime to any of these people, it goes to all of them collectively. So very, very good. Organized retail theft. Look at Alex. It's like he's done this before.
You go steal this type of thing or that type of thing. Mister, do you have any questions for me? Okay, all right. These officers will see you to the car then.
Officers locate the original suspect at a nearby gas station, and the situation immediately escalates.
Weird the taser didn't work. Strange how that works. It's not a terrible taser attempt. I don't like it because now your gun hand is occupied by a taser that you can't get rid of. You can holster it, but that's kind of hard while you're running. In my department, it'd be a write-up because you're trying to tase a guy that's running over concrete. We have seen people get hurt. Did he avoid it somehow? One division gets it. Yeah, so we've seen people actually die from this, so you got to be really careful of that. Though he is posing some sort of threat, and he's going to have some level of force used against him to apprehend him, lethal force is not what we're trying to use here. Why are we tasing? Alex gets it. Yeah, dog. I don't get why we're tasing. Hey, that worked. I mean, it was effective, but like I said, that would be a write-up. And then let's say he fell and this car ran him over. What are we doing here? Active resistance. I guess like I'd like assaultive. You know, before I'm trying to even try to tase somebody, but it is what it is.
Oh, your way, your way, your way. Like your belly, like your belly. How? Am I under arrest? Like you run. How am I under arrest? Relax. Here you go. I'm gonna go secure the van. Can you hold that? Are you outside, brother? No. How am I under arrest? All right. The probes in there? I don't think so. All right, smooth this way.
They yanked the probes.
How am I under arrest? Can you tell me what I do? Yep. Hold on one sec. What we're going to do, we're going to roll you over. We're going to get you out of the runway here. We're going to get medical started and we'll explain everything, okay? All right,
The worst search I've ever seen in my life.
Just get up standing up. Knees to your chest. Thank you. Knees to your chest.
The 40 mic ready? These guys are ready.
Okay, no. Okay, the other way. Come here. There you go. Put your knees to your chest. All right, we're going to get up. Ready? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, stand. There we go. Let's walk this straight around. Step right here. Did I do something wrong? Probably. You're under arrest for malicious mischief in the first degree, resisting arrest, and run, and theft in the third degree. All right, you have the right to remain silent. You're right. It's time to an attorney. Do you understand these rights? Yeah, can I tell my cousin to call my mom? What's that? Can I tell my cousin to call my mom?
Yes, when we get to the
Yeah, we can do that. Having those rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
I'm not a fan of this. You guys already know how I feel about not fully uniformed officers. Probably part of some sort of task force, so I get it, but I really am not a fan of this at all.
Having those rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us? Okay. Who's your cousin? Is he over there? We'll make sure we get the message. Okay?
The two shoplifting males were found to not be associated with each other, despite the thefts taking place at the same exact target on the same day, just hours apart. Reports indicate the male who stole the shoes was involved in 48 prior theft incidents at other regional targets.
Weird.
In previous years, he was given a citation for theft in the third degree and was transported to jail without incident. The other male who fled in his vehicle was also charged with theft in the third degree, as well as reckless driving, 1 count of hit and run to an attended vehicle, and 2 counts of hit and run to an unattended vehicle. Both suspects are innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
These shoplifters are
There you go. It was okay. I'll give them 10 because the outcome was good and nobody got hurt. They applied Miranda appropriately. They didn't do anything unlawful, but tactics could have been a little bit better. As a fellow fat guy, for the incident, indecent exposure, golly, napalm, can't be calling that a nip slip. He said, "Hell no, I ain't talking to y'all." Agreed. Maybe observe your Fifth Amendment rights for once.
In this first case, a detective with the Paragould Police Department in Arkansas, assisted
Okay, I'm gonna let this play for a half second. I got to tinkle. Hold on.
by a Greene County Sheriff's deputy, was serving a warrant for the arrest of Dylan Faulkner for stalking a child on the internet. Though initially compliant, Dylan's calm demeanor was hiding much more sinister intentions.
Hey, is Dylan here? He's in the back room. Okay. We ain't gonna have no problems with the dog, are we?
Oh, no.
Okay. Can I come in?
Sure.
Okay, where's...
Just right straight back.
Okay.
Hi. Come on, Dylan. Yeah. Just knock on the door. I don't know if he's got it locked or not. Sometimes he keeps it locked.
It is. Hey, Dylan. Go ahead and step out here for me.
What's going on?
Go ahead and step out here for me. Come on.
Hey, what's going on?
Come on. All right, you're under arrest, okay? Internet stalking of a child.
And there's a couple other charges we'll go over here in a little bit, okay? Is this the only thing you have is these two things in your pockets?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can I get here? Will you follow me in here? What do you need?
I need to get something to drink. Pretty please, will you?
What did I miss? Did Josh do his squats yet? No. Waiting for cat. It would be incredible if one of these cats got up here and narrated. Let's see. Come back off recluse. Okay, I'm going to back it up that couple seconds here so I can see what's going on.
Okay. Can I come in? Sure. Okay, where's...
Just right straight back.
Okay.
Hi. Come on, Dad. Yeah.
Just knock on the door. I don't know if he's got it locked or not. Sometimes he keeps it locked.
It is. Hey, Dylan. Come on, step out here for me. What's going on? Go and step out here for me. Come on.
Hey, what's going on?
Come on. All right, you're under arrest, okay? Internet stalking of a child.
And there's a couple other charges we'll go over here in a little bit, okay?
This hat is pretty top tier.
Is this the only thing you have is these two things in your pockets?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can I get here? Will you follow me in here?
What do you need?
I need to get something to drink. Pretty please, will you? Just watch me. Just wait.
No. I don't care what crime it is for. No. This had just plucked you out of 150 degree weather? No, we're not giving you anything to drink.
For his command.
The officers have no idea that the suspect is stalling because he's trying to get to a firearm in this room.
Well, we're letting this fool walk around? Bro. The deputy's comatose. He's trying to drink lead. No kidding. We don't once people are in custody, we don't, heck, when people are detained, I don't let them move anywhere, do anything or reach for anything or get whatever. If I got like a real gray detention, right? Like I'm like, well, like I got reasonable suspicion, but that's about it. I'll probably let you smoke. I'll just drink some water. I don't like giving people liquids because that's how stuff gets thrown on you. And if you're efficient about your investigation, you're not holding them for very long. It's not unreasonable. But my boy's in custody for likely a felony, and we're letting this fool walk around? Bro. Whatever.
Right here.
All right, step back out there.
Okay. Just a second. Watch me, please.
No, just a second. How are we not escorting this fool everywhere? What are we doing?
Hold on, get over here. What are you doing?
I'm right here.
Brother, you ain't listening, brother.
It's okay.
Hey, nope.
Hey.
Get over here.
For what?
Yep.
Can I have that, please? No. Will you give me something to drink?
Nope, you're not listening. Stop resisting. Stop.
How does handcuffs get to the front?
Stop.
Stop.
Stop. Right now. Lock it up.
Man, call 911. Tell me we got somebody else out here.
He's hiding.
I'll tell you what. Old boy is getting tuned up right here. He's in custody fighting. And I get it. He's handcuffed. I have no clue how he got his handcuffs to the front. Oh, so he slipped them while he was on the bed and they left him in the front? Bro, maybe I don't go back. What are we doing?
Yes, Hazer?
No, we're not tasing this fool.
Stop or you will be tased. Walk. Walk to his car.
Can we sit for a minute?
No.
Oh, we're past that. No, can we please? Do you have a case?
I do.
You can go into your car then. I don't.
I'm not doing that.
Please, can we?
No.
Hold on, please.
No.
Whoa. Drag this fool.
Please don't.
Then walk to the truck. Right now. Do what they say.
They ain't saying shit right now. Hey, where's my Miranda's? I'm asking you questions right now, bro. Huh? I'm asking you questions right now. Where's my Miranda's?
Where's my Miranda's?
Huh? Hey. Where are my Miranda's? Besides your cage on, it's full.
It's on that passenger side. You put it back on, get it.
Did we lose our taser to this? Y'all got me messed up. At least this is a deputy. Is this a deputy and a cop? We're just taking points from more than one group here. This guy's getting like throat punched, choked. We're probably gouging at his eyes here. Like, what are we doing here? This guy's got a hold of a taser. Let's tune this full up. Apple Watch. What are we doing? Bro, how is she the only one involved? What are you doing? Whatever.
Is there anybody else coming?
Yep. Quit.
Stop.
Stop resisting.
What are you doing, homie? Observing? Got somewhat of an idea here.
Get in this truck. Right now.
Paragold taser deployed. We're still fine.
What makes you think he's going to just do it? Worth the make. Think he's holding his leg? What? His feet ain't the problem. Help her.
What do you think this is accomplishing?
I don't know what the is going on in that.
I tell you what, she actually did a pretty good job here. I'm going to go back while... Look at the face he's going to be giving homie when he's in prison. I kind of want to showcase... We're going to give Cassie or Chelsea here some points. This is knee across belly or knee across waist. It's actually taught in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu to control the waist. It's actually ironic because it makes him holding his legs pretty irrelevant because he's not going to be able to posture his waist up, or it's going to be really hard to do. She can frame out if he tries to roll her over, and then if he rolls into her, he's just putting her in a more dominant position. It's actually not a terrible job by her. This is some level of training or just dumb luck that she ended up in this position. This is not bad. This guy is just observing at this point. He's being a wonderful witness here, but it is what it is. You're really needing tough time, I wish. Yes, Frag, it's an Apple Watch.
What do you think this is accomplishing?
I don't know what the is going on, and I'm terrified.
I told you, she always playing to you.
Well, we ain't gonna explain it while we're fighting with you.
Well, somebody call King.
No.
I'm not calling anybody right now. You're gonna get in the truck and you'll sit down. That's all we're doing right now.
We're good.
We're not good.
Yep, okay. We're wrapped up in taser wires right now. We're just gonna hang out.
Neighborhood. I'll be headed over to the other part of this on 11th Avenue.
He needs to be like hand on neck while she's doing this because she's in a very compromised position and all of her tools are at this guy's within reach of this guy. What are we doing?
And what are you talking to me? With
You shut it. Leave it shut.
Dispatch for 1015 secured. You can cancel additional units.
With Dylan finally secure, officers go back into the house and realize just how close they came to death.
I expect that.
Yeah, I knew.
You got multiple phones I need to get. You see what he's going for.
Is there a gun over there? Yeah.
Like a maroon shirt, sunglasses, and something else. I'll take it.
Okay. There's a Mountain Dew that can get you some Mountain Dew. You won't like it? No, I'm going to have a sweet tea still.
Get you some Mountain Dew. This is the most redneck thing I've ever seen. Millennial. What's going on, homie? Don't see this as maybe a don't go back moment. Hoping you don't know what. Yeah, this is kind of just make sure I don't end up here. No kidding.
He was almost like
Well, you can dry stun without shooting the barbs. That's what I was going to do to him.
You got a nice new barb dent on the side of your truck.
I've seen that.
Look at wearing t-shirt, no glasses, and white hat.
There's one over here. Did you see how many phones he had?
No, he had multiple. This was good. Snapchat on. It's no big deal.
I got some sunglasses back here. I don't know if they're the right one.
Yeah, dude. They're very lucky. He almost got to this too. Oh, it's like an older like Ruger. That's kind of weird.
I don't know if they're the right ones you need.
Pistol.
Jacob.
Not the burner if I've ever seen one.
That's your shirt.
When's the last time he drove for? Oh, we could make 60 drugs fun. He's been driving the truck. Okay, I'm gonna make this morning. I'm gonna tell you what it is, okay? It's included on that search warrant. You know, it's pretty much what you told the kid yesterday. I know this is illegal. You know what's right? No, absolutely not.
After all that, we were getting him a drink, and that's when he went for the gun. You just want me to take him to jail?
Follow me. I don't think anything good's gonna go happen tomorrow.
Okay, you're just gonna call. I'll just tell him that you'll call up there and give him the charges.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just tell him internet stalking of a child and others.
Dylan Faulkner was taken to jail and charged with internet stalking of a child 15 years old or younger, computer child pornography, 2 counts of disarming an officer, and second-degree battery, resisting arrest, and criminal mischief. According to court documents, a judge reviewed the case and set a cash-only bond at $2 million.
Now that's justice.
Dylan Faulkner pleaded guilty to sexual indecency with a child and 1 count of disarming an officer in exchange for dropping the other charges. He was ordered to serve 4 years in state prison, to register as a sex offender, and to have no further contact with the victim. However, he was released after serving nearly a year in prison, but failed to register as a sex offender. Dylan was rearrested on February 24, 2025 for failure to register as a sex offender. He is currently detained at the Greene County Detention Center on a $30,000 bond. His trial date is scheduled for July 29, 2025. In this next case, an officer...
Oh, it's a twofer. I'm gonna take 10 from deputize, and I'm gonna take 5 from municipals. The end result was okay. They got very, very, very lucky. That did not get worse. Suspects will take some points for just being both pain in the ass and gross. And chipper, y'all need to chill. And then Buxom, I'm back. He's a USA. I'm also sad I forgot to watch Gettysburg. Dude, this is a good time for that. Or The Patriot. Here, I'll give chat points. Covenor, common spell. That's hilarious. Covenor, common spelling. I would hit a dispatcher with that, just for giggles. Noose. Oh, that's right. I forgot to give more to judges. I'll give them some solid points here. That's pretty good. I feel good about that.
Officer with the De Pere Police Department in Wisconsin recognized a driver leaving his house whose license...
The speech in Independence Day is rock solid. Still gives me goosebumps to this day. Also, Codfish, welcome.
...was revoked rather than initiate a pursuit.
He wasn't municipal? I know she wasn't. I didn't know he wasn't. Oh, cool. Well, I'll go back then. But give me an excuse to not take points. You know what? 420 for giggles. Yeah. Thank you, Alex, for saving us some points. Rare judge win. Bro, for real.
pursuit, the officer surveilled the suspect's house, waiting for him to return until he made his move.
Andrew, stop. Stop. You're not supposed to be driving. You're not supposed
I have
to
a
be
letter
driving.
in his.
You're revoked.
No, I'm
You're
not.
revoked.
No, I'm not, sir.
Yes, you are. Yep. I'm
Oh,
gonna
sir,
detain
sir,
you.
I'm good. No, no, sir. No, thank you,
Step
sir.
it up. Step it up.
Come on, dude. Let me show you the letter.
Stop.
Let me show
Stop.
you the letter.
Do not. Do not. Do not.
Stop it!
Stop.
Stop it! You're hurting me!
Stop.
Stop it! You're hurting
Stop.
me!
Hoodies are your friend here. Grab and pull. I don't like him standing. He could use this as a weapon. He's yelling it hurts. It probably actually doesn't. You're going to have a natural reaction to not try to hurt him, which I totally understand, but this is kind of where that police mindset needs to kick on. Bring back robot cops. You're like, well, I'm not doing enough to hurt you, so if you're just having a spontaneous heart attack, that's on you. But I think we got to get after it here.
Stop it!
Put your hands behind your back.
Buxom, I don't want to talk about it. We're down 4:30. There's been a lot of bad calls. Got a curiosity. Why doesn't the state just automatically register him instead of making him do it? So I think he's registered. What it is that if he moves, he needs to notify people. So he has to update, just like you do when you move, like on your driver's license. If you move from one place to the next, you're supposed to update your driver's license with your new mailing address so they can mail you a ticket and all that other kind of stuff. It's the same thing with registering. Is being a registered sex offender is one thing. Actually having to register means you're having to notify or update the state that you've moved somewhere or whatever it is. That's more of the issue.
Back now. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
No idea why he tried to apprehend him by himself, but we'll see how he does.
Now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. I'm gonna tase you. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. I'm gonna tase you.
We're not tasing someone while we're grappled. Terrible idea.
I'm gonna tase you. Taser, taser, taser.
Who are you telling taser, taser, taser to? I know it's training, but still.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Put your hands behind your back. Taser deployed. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back now. Put your hands behind your back. Stop. Stop. Put your hands behind your back. Stop.
Yeah, he's grabbing the taser because it hurts. That's why.
Stop. Let go. Put your hands behind your back now. Put your hands behind your back, Andrew. Put your hands behind your back now.
Axon, come on. Get it together. Here we go. Oh, no. There it is. In no hurry. Come on, Chelsea.
Mail on the ground.
Come on, Chelsea.
Put your hands behind your back now.
Stop moving! Stop resisting! I'm not. Please stop.
So it's an excellent example of where hidden arm technique would actually work really, really well. So she's framing his torso, which framing is when you're pushing for the wrestling kids out there, right? This is a very weak grip to try to, let's say this guy's motivated. He's got his chest muscle here, biceps. So you have like your pec, biceps. You also have like your anterior delts. So like your shoulder muscles, the front, all of those muscles work to keep that wrist where it's at, right? You take that right hand, you shove it right here where this little opening is here, you can shovel that wrist out. They try to pinch that elbow in, you would just drive your knee in there. It's painful for them, but you drive your knee in there to give you the space to go grab. Double C clamp, like you're trying to hold, I don't know, an anaconda trying to bite your face off. You just kind of shovel that arm out. But she does not have that training because that was not her knee-jerk reaction to this.
I'll show you a letter in the house that I can drive to the 17.
Give me your hand now.
He consented to that, so.
Stop!
Stop moving!
Stop resisting!
And the second he stops consenting, I no longer have the risk.
Yes, you are. Or these cops would be on you by now.
Ow.
Stop.
Ow! Should I show you a letter? I said I got the 17. I'll show you a letter.
Forfeit. Send rescue. Taser.
Forfeit, you guys can slow down.
Can I drink a water?
Good on them,
please?
though.
I
That's
didn't do
effective.
nothing wrong, sir.
I just told you, if you would have cooperated and let me put you in handcuffs, we would have been done with this.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
You're driving.
I will show you the letter, sir.
Your bond conditions say that you are not able to drive, period.
You grab two. Silver can go in one.
Got it.
Why are you holding him?
What is this? What is that?
My money, sir. Please, stop.
It's your money.
Take my money, sir. Sir, don't take my money, please.
That's what he was saying. Where's your bag?
Right here.
There's at least a broken pipe in here.
Andrew was found with 26 grams of cocaine and nearly $18,000 in cash. He was taken to an area hospital where he was cleared to be placed
That's why he could afford that Mercedes.
under arrest. According to court documents, Andrew was charged with possession of cocaine with intent to distribute,
Yeah, dog.
which was modified because the residence where he was arrested was
Get wrecked.
approximately 350 feet away from an elementary school. Additionally, he was charged with 4 felony counts of bail jumping, disarming a peace officer, and resisting an officer, as well as misdemeanor counts of possession of drug paraphernalia and operating a vehicle with a revoked license. He entered a plea deal where he pled guilty to possession with intent to deliver, disarming a peace officer, and a single count of bail jumping. All other charges were dismissed but read in. He was sentenced to 3 years in state prison and 3 years of extended supervision. However, Andrew had 4 other pending cases against him involving possession of cocaine, fleeing and eluding, and operating a vehicle while intoxicated causing injury, for which he received 5 years in state prison. He is currently serving his time at Oshkosh.
This guy. This is municipal. The end result was okay. I didn't like the taser deployment, but nobody got hurt. I'll give him 10. Chelsea showed up. She contributed. The tactics were meh, but the end result was okay. She showed up and was able to help him effect the arrest. No yelling, no screaming, no none of that stuff. I think that was excellent, to be honest. I could have been done way better, but for under-skilled officers, that was a good outcome. Also a great bust. 18K and cocaine on a guy that's a habitual dealer. It's a great bust. Oshkosh bagosh. Okay. Another said son was acting erratically. This is a welfare check. Did not have access to weapons such as knives because they had been removed from the home. Don't trust that.
How you doing? Okay, so my son, he's been diagnosed as a schizophrenic. Okay. Where's your son at right now? He's at the house. Okay. And he also has a warrant out for him because he didn't show up for court because he didn't take his medicine, which was a conditional release, which was a condition of his release. Okay. The manic episodes are starting again.
So a lot of times on the calls like this, we would do 3 officer minimum. You had 2 for hands and then 1 for lethal is really what the game plan was. So you came pre-gloved because you understood it was likely going to be a fight. Schizophrenia in a state of mania. It's going to say weird stuff, going to see weird stuff. Let's treat this with the deference it deserves, right? Yeah, LaPete gets it. But yeah, put your fighting gloves on. Be prepared to go hands on pretty quickly. Yeah, you're not wanting to do this with just one or two people. This is going to be a problematic call. And mostly because he's being crazy is not illegal, but you don't want this to escalate to the point where you're leaving it up to him, right? If you know he's probably going on a Baker Act or an emergency detention, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Protect people from themselves.
Right. Giving us permission to come in, correct? Yeah.
I like the green. He's got gloves on. This guy gets it.
Is there any weapons in his hand?
Or is there a knife or something like that?
His knife.
His knife? See, I think he took it.
You see his face change? He's like, well, that makes this a horse of a different color. Ooh. Yeah, the knife makes it a little bit more problematic. You got the buck up here now. It's a spicy meatball.
From, yeah, this morning.
So he's pinned. This is kind of a crap situation, but they're doing what they can do. He's going to be stuck in a knife fight inside of a bathroom here. This guy's, the officer we're seeing is from his perspective, really probably should be at least considering lethal cover. I'm assuming this kid's hands, the other guy's going to be lethal, but I would like to pregame a little bit of that. Like, hey, that's something as simple as that. Like, I'm hands, like you're lethal, something. In case this goes sideways, just so I don't get stabbed 10 times before you decide to shoot this dude. He just saw a few extra pages go into the report. Alex. Buxom, stop spending money. John Paul Jones. Monetized D's. Dude, John Paul Jones was a bad dude. I love that guy.
That's cut proof, technically.
Stop spending money, Buxom. What's open? Push it. It's open. Push it.
TJ, it's the sheriff's office. Come on out and talk to us, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
Got no
pushing
trouble. TJ, we just want to talk to you.
You just want to talk to him.
TJ.
They both got gloves on.
Can you come out and talk to us?
Mechanics or the Garmin watch? The Flex.
TJ. What's up?
Oof. Oof, that approach. Oh, you can tell it caught him flat-footed, too, because, like, they both like, oh, they did not expect him to show up.
Drop that.
Oof, that's a bad time. He caught it. What a bang bang.
TJ. What's up? Drop that.
Honestly, it should have been on this guy. Really should have been on this guy.
Shit. County, shots fired, shots fired. Boulders, you okay? Boulders, you okay?
What a bad time.
County, shots fired.
What a bad time, dude. It's also depressing, too, because, like, the guy's losing his mind a little bit, right? And, like, we just don't have a good answer for that. Like, this guy shouldn't have died, but he tried to murder an officer. Like, what are you going to do? Yeah, holy feedback, Batman. Dude, I know. Josh gets it. That was a short stick. The outcome was bad. We don't want to end up smoking people that just need mental health help. I don't want to blame the parents too much because once people become adults, it's a little harder to make people get help. You could try to apply for power of attorney, but they're an adult. I mean, they can get into the stuff that they want to get into. You still want to socialize you know, people that are dealing with mental health issues, but those people you're socializing with might be the problem. It's just sad. Like it was the hardest part about policing for me. I'll give him 10 because that was a short stick. The tactics were okay. There wasn't too many better tactics. Something like a man catcher might make sense, at least as like a standoff device to pin him in that door, right? Like you just have an open U on one end and a pole on the other. You just kind of keep them at bay. Ballistic shield's not really helping you there. They can stab you around it. There weren't a lot of good options there, and it was a bang play. He didn't really give him a lot of time to react. The parents stuck those deputies in a pretty bad situation, and what are you going to do? Would I like to see different tools for situations like this? We're not really intervening from like a criminal standpoint. We're intervening in an emergency detention standpoint. Yeah. 40 Mike's not helping you there. Beanbag shotgun's not helping you there. You would need some sort of standoff device, really. I have not begun to eat. Fine, golly. Buxom, stop. You don't be spending any more money. But yeah, there's got to be a better device because we're asked to intervene in these situations all the time. Those are elderly parents. Their kids probably in the 30s, right? That's what they said. Parents are likely anywhere in their 50s or 60s. That they're not going to be able to control this dude. At the same time, like you send a hammer, we're going to see a nail. You're going to treat it as such. That perfectly justified shooting, but like a very poor outcome for a guy that probably really needs real mental health help, you know? But, officer handled up. I mean, that deputy, that could have gone a lot worse. They could have gotten stabbed, but he's going to think about that shit for the rest of his life. CS is not going to do great because all it's going to do is kind of piss him off. When they're in that level of psychosis, if anything, that probably motivates them more to be dangerous. So that's my only. Flashbangs kind of help, but you're still going to have to go hands-on, and going hands-on with a dude with a knife, so very not welcome proposition. Tranquilizer darts might work, actually. You just trank them and shut the door and lock them in there. You could probably get away with that. Strippers, this guy. The robbery. Okay. Oh, let's see. This is a modified Glock. This has got the giggle switch on it. Little Temu special. This has got a very cheap laser. And then like a little cute drum mag here. I would rate this, if it works, I would rate this like a solid 7 out of 10. It's like a very modified Glock. This does look OEM. It's kind of weird, though, because they got rid of the finger grooves. Yeah, outside of the flashlight, which I'm going to send the flashlight a little bit, I would have given it higher if it just didn't have that. This is kind of goofy. But it's a legit firearm. Oh, he left it? What an idiot. Bro, take that shit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's a carjacking.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Ahí van las de estas. Ángela, no.
Where'd he go? Where? Hey, sorry, I got him. He's trying to carjack someone. Hey! Let me see your hands! Hey! Hey, come back!
Smoke
Let me
that
see your
fool.
hands!
Smoke that fool.
Stop!
Smoke that fool.
Fuck!
Man, I get it. He was stuck in that's a tough spot, but probably sending that. Bro, this guy just armed carjacked these dudes. Come on. Let's be a hero. I'm going to see. Let's see it. Oh, the drip. Oh, dude. My boy's got a staccato. I'll send the Hollow Sun optic, although they're perfectly fine. Bro, you had the tool, my brother. This fool's holding $4,000 in his holster and didn't do shit with it. Sin.
Let me see your hands!
Guy could have been a legend.
Hey, Hey, come back. Let me try it.
Bang.
Stop.
Bang.
Stop.
Bang.
Fuck.
Yeah, I probably crack all those things off. Those guys are very lucky to have gotten their kid out.
You okay? Mary 2, good 215. He's outbound.
Dr. Punish. I'm gonna hurt everybody's feelings. Those Acros are pretty mid at best. I'd take an RMR any day over an Acro. And I have a qualified opinion.
Okay, he stalled out.
Hit that fool.
You got a mask on. We're flipping a U-turn, going back on Sage.
Good job.
Sorry,
Sarge.
my bad. No, back on Lundy. Southbound Lundy. Southbound Lundy. Occupied ×1. He's got a mask on. I couldn't really see if there was anybody else in the car, but it looks like he's solo.
Don't tell Tommy. I know. I've already hurt Tommy's feelings about the Acros.
About 70 miles an hour. And I got one unit, 5G's Conquer X20 behind me. Right turn on Berryessa. Right turn on Berryessa.
Hey, keep your lights on, dude. Get on it.
I need, where is San Jose PD? Or Milpitas. Okay, blue the red light at Berryessa and Station.
Get on it. Get on it. Come on, Sarge. It's acting like we've been here before.
Blue the red light at Sierra Road. Going about 60 miles an hour at one lane.
Good job.
Okay, right shoulder. Okay, back. We're just passing commercial.
Good job, Sarge. Get on that car there.
Yeah, lost sight of him now. Like, I'm not sure I lost him. But Bayshore, he took Bayshore. Okay, I got him. He's right.
Bro, good job on dispatch. So dispatch was likely looking at traffic cameras to keep up with it. Excellent job.
Coming up over the freeway on Mulberry. Making a right turn on Mulberry Road. And myself and wrong side of the road. Okay. Just TC'd with somebody right in front of 880. Suspect is 2 suspects running.
Go smoke these fools.
Okay. One suspect, black shirt, all black, handgun, running down Timothy and Mulberry. The other one is in a gray, all gray, with a firearm. Both have firearms.
This guy's getting booped. Boop this fool.
I'm supposed to have black shirt wearing a black handgun.
Got a firearm with him.
Boop this fool.
Stand by. 999.
Boop this fool. What are we doing?
Mulberry.
Let's witness this. Bro, I'd be hitting this fool right into these bushes.
Get on the ground!
They're very lucky they're not taking rounds.
Get on the fucking ground!
Hit this fool.
He's got a gun with a drum on it.
Hit this fool. Nah, he's gone. Dude, dust that. I was about to say, dude. You're about to dust that fool. One good hit. This Impreza's stupid.
Stay down! Get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground
So he did drop the gun.
now. Get on the fucking ground now.
Zero self-preservation. Subaru owners unite over here from being helpless. Good job. Big Sarge. Wait, the big iron. Let's see it. Hold on. About to rate this gun here. Oh, with the iPhone. iPhone in one hand. God forbid you drop that. Bro, my brother in Christ took a shot one-handed. What a wild dude. Oh, this is a 1911. This is just a single stack.
Stay down!
This guy's kind of my hero.
Get on the fucking ground!
This guy's my hero.
Get on the ground now.
For real, no cap. Irons.
Ground now.
The X300. He went hands on. Having never put up his phone.
Shots fired. Shots fired. One suspect being taken into custody. I'll give you an address in a little bit.
Give me your other arm.
What a legend. If he landed that shot, I give full points. That's incredible.
I got one outstanding suspect at the last location I gave you. Get on the fucking ground!
Let's see if he landed this.
He's got a gun with a drum on it.
Let's see if he landed this. That was him flipping that safety off. My guy just made a decision. He said, I'm going to make a business decision here. I'm not going to lie. This guy's kind of a hero. The fact that it had to resort to deadly force is not a win. But if you're going to do it with style points. What an animal.
Stay down! Get on the fuck!
Oh, he looks fit and everything. Bro, what an animal. Full points. I'm going to give him 45 points. Let's go. I'm going to do some math here. That's going to be 375. Not trying to glorify nothing, but sploosh. Yeah. If it's in California, it's likely a TRP. Yeah. Springfield tends to go pretty hard in the paint for them law enforcement 1911s. I'm carrying the only other, I can't show it on camera, but the only other law enforcement rated 1911, which is the Smith & Wesson E series, because it has titanium firing pins. Not that any of y'all care, but I'm assuming it was a Springfield operator, probably. Kind of last of a dying breed there. Starge is an absolute stud muffin. It's rare I see a guy I really idolize, but that guy did something for me. He's fucking standing up for locals, dog. Locals starting to gain some ground just by himself, dog. He's bringing it back. Is this sheriff's office?
What are you doing? Come on. What are you doing? Oh, be careful.
What?
Alright, hold up. Here, look. Okay, save one. Whoa! What you doing, bro? What you?
Let that hoodie grab.
$21.12.
Bro, that was a gun. Oh, that metallic sound was a gun. So that posture right there is what we're trying to prevent. So there's some BJJ here to discuss. I don't like going hands-on by myself if I don't have to. Here's honestly where a VNR would have kind of helped him. You saw that first gun get thrown. You're probably having a discussion and a half here, dude. His hips being able to get up off the ground, we called this turtling. If he would have just simply taken this knee and put it over him, it would have been a full mount. That would have been a really, really dominant position. But we're on a modified side mount here. But what it allows for is for this guy to posture up. Once he gets those hips up, you're pretty much done. Like there is no, he's getting up in base. This is something that they discussed in BJJ. It's going to be very difficult to keep him to the ground. Something to consider, if someone is getting up in base like this, you can push that arm out of the way so he only has just his feet to kind of stand up on. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. Also, hoodies are your friend here, right? You might end up hoodie dragging this dude across the pavement. But at this point, he's already at the point of no return. He's going to be able to get to his feet. This is full on. The good news is, with his bent wrist like this, these punches aren't too bad. Having been professionally punched a few times in my life. It's just not a good position. So you're on the ground, not a very dominant position. You're eating all of these. But this guy's giving kind of rabbit punches here. I'd just be nervous about the back of my head because it doesn't take a lot of pressure there. Clinch does fix some of this. He does have a hoodie. I'd pull down on that hoodie maybe. Or you kind of do like an ankle grab or something, but you're probably getting mounted at that point. So it's not a great situation to be in. But there's some BJJ that could be done here. Don't pick your head up. Whatever you do, and boxing, if there's anything you want to learn, is don't pick your head up. That's a great way to get punched in the throat or punched on the chin, which is really going to get that head to turn, and that's how you get knocked out. We're now in a semi-mounted situation. Yeah, this is a bad situation for him. You got heel hooks you could probably get away with here. Kind of the same thing where you might end up pulling on that hoodie to try to get him to go that route. This is punch survival. This is actually specifically what Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is designed to do. It was probably one of the worst case scenarios you got here, but he kind of unfortunately put himself here. These punches suck. These punches hurt a lot. Grab the gun. You have a gun. Grab it. Let's use both hands when we shoot guns, yes? Let's not immediately holster up after shooting because we have no idea if this guy's done needing killing.
Hey, boss. What are you doing? Come on. What are you doing? Oh, be careful. All right, hold up.
Get past all this. What was the disposition here? Deputy was on patrol, checked with a suspicious person behind a Save discount store. Deputy approached the man, 24-year-old, who asked in a fenced area. He jumped fences, speaks to the deputy instead. He grabbed a gun, or grabbed a bag, started to flee. Deputy grabbed him, attempted to detain him, got punched a couple times during the fight. Two objects later determined to be firearms were flung and were in the proximity of the fight. The fight lasted 1 minute and 16 seconds. Wasn't terribly long. Feels like a long time, though, when you're fighting. Axon didn't fall off. I guess I got to give him points. Points to Axon. You know what? Y'all some hoes for that, but you're probably right. I need to. That's a legit miracle right there. Able to transport to the hospital. He's later in stable condition. Deputy shot a service weapons. Also transported to the hospital for head injuries. He survived the gunshot wound. That's just wild. That's, ooh. I'm honestly gonna take points here. I'm gonna take 5 just because he bit off a little more than he could chew there. There's just a lot of poor tactics that got applied. Most of it's a lack of training. I'll take that from admin. It's pretty apparent that he didn't have some of the training you need for a situation like that. Just because you have the training doesn't mean it's going to work. There's going to be some situations. If this was a smaller officer, this would have gone a lot poorer. If it was a larger officer, maybe he would have gotten away with it. But get good if you're going to be in these streets. Come on, play. Yes, I understand it's inappropriate.
I'm Assistant Chief Christy Smith of the Houston Police Department. This critical incident briefing is intended to provide you with information about an officer-involved shooting that occurred in Houston on May 17, 2025. HPD conducts thorough investigations into officer-involved shootings.
What we were wondering about this was it was just before the suspect was shot. He had tossed 2 guns over the fence. When you got 1 gun, you probably got more. The fact that he even went for said guns, I think that you're going to be good. It's a bang-bang play on him being in possession and not being in possession of the gun. You just got punched in the face a bunch of times. I don't think it's unreasonable to think this guy maybe poses a deadly threat or is a fleeing felon. Clearly, he's willing to commit some level of violence. I'm probably having more of a conversation about like, hey, why aren't we trying to get us another deputy there sooner? Especially if you're going to make contact with somebody like this. That's a deputy situation, so maybe it's different. I'd also look at training stuff, but this guy's not getting written up for that, and I don't think there's any question on the shooting. I don't like that he did it one-handed. I'm not a big fan of that, but as long as nobody else got hurt, I think we're good.
These typically require investigators to interview multiple witnesses, view numerous hours of video footage, and analyze a significant amount of forensic evidence. It is graphic. It may be difficult to watch. These videos may also contain strong language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Officer discretion is advised.
At approximately 3:45 p.m.
It's like the 3rd time I've seen this woman do an intro. Houston do be spicy, yo. Houston's pretty wild.
Officers with North Belt Patrol responded to a minor 3-vehicle crash that occurred in the 10300 block of the North Freeway. One of the 3 vehicles involved had fled the scene. Officers located the missing vehicle in a parking lot at 10718 North Freeway and made contact with the driver, Mr. Michael Jejic. Officers tried to detain Mr. Jejic to further investigate the incident. He did not comply, reaching into his waistband and pulling out a handgun. Both officers fired their duty weapons, striking Mr. Jejic. Officers rendered aid until HFD paramedics arrived. Mr. Jejic was pronounced deceased at the scene. No officers were injured.
Oof, this is going to be a spicy one.
Where were you involved in the accident at? No. What? No. That's not the... Where were you involved? You got your vehicle listed as the vehicle involved in the accident. They got video footage and everything, buddy. Like, I'm not here to debate about it. Okay. You said what?
So which one?
Okay.
No, I'm not going to say it's complete. These guys work in a big city, right? So Houston's going to see a lot of 911 calls, just like Dallas, just like Fort Worth, just like whatever. These big cities, right? You can get a little bit complacent. This guy did flee the scene of an accident. It's going to be an arrestable offense. It's a misdemeanor outside of your presence, but still. Probably taking some level of enforcement action. And remember, you're in H-Town, dog. Like, maybe be a little bit careful of turning your back to somebody if you're by yourself.
TBS
Okay. So what was your intention? You didn't want to provide any information. You know, it's state law to do that, right? What did you hit?
Final update on 1916 Park.
I'm not going to debate about it with you, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to put you in handcuffs. We're going to put you in the back seat. We're going to move your car over there with the...
Do not tell people you're going to detain them or arrest them until you do it. It's just a terrible idea.
The 2 cars that are involved in the crash, okay? Hey, whoa, up, down! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! 22, 21.
Good. Good, bro.
There's no shots fired.
It's pretty suboptimal.
Hey, roll me HFD. I got a male, not conscious, not breathing, multiple gunshot wounds to his abdomen.
Where are you at?
Hey, dispatch, where are you at? Where I said I was.
We're in the China border parking lot. It's a vacant parking lot. It's gonna be right before the Mambo Seafood. Let me see your hands, man. Do not reach for that gun.
Is this related to the crash or is it something else?
But is that important? Maybe I guess she's trying to cut a different call for it, but like, let's just get officers there. Jeez, is anybody hit? You know, are any officers down? There's so many other important questions to ask, other than, do I need to tie this to your crash, or is this a separate incident? This officer just got in a shooting. Where's dispatch? Bro, I'm just gonna take 100 for that. You're a hoe for that.
Cuba 21, yes, it's the suspect in the crash. We're at China border. Shots fired, one suspect down. All officers okay.
Sir, thank you. Need a sergeant to roll by.
Let me see your hands, man.
I'm gonna go around, right? What district?
No. No crossfire, no crossfire.
Good job.
22B07. Show me around.
Do me a favor. Go ahead and grab some gloves. Grab some gloves from the center console. I got you.
Yeah, there you go.
See it? Yeah, I got you. The gun's still in his waistband.
Up 10-7 on the freeway. What's down ahead? No freeway.
Yeah, the gun's in his waistband. It's in his waistband.
22B07. Let's get additional units.
Got lethal cover. We're going to try to secure it. This is great, honestly. I think this is a good idea. This is post what's going on here, but good job on him developing a plan to approach this guy so we can secure the scene. Very, very good job. Definitely sailed at least one of them here.
Yes, sir. Just sending messages.
I'm gonna get the weapon out the way first.
Oof. My boy had a glizzy. I think it's a Glock.
Secure the weapon. No, just go secure. It's okay.
Alright, let's go ahead. Come on out, bro.
Get him out and put him on the ground. Let's just leave him there. Just leave him there. HFD's coming right behind us. So just grab the gun, secure it in the car. We need some gloves. We need some gloves so we can get him out of the car.
Sin for not having gloves.
Off of West Side and North Freeway at China border.
Hey, just somebody cover one. I shot. Yeah, all right. You shot. Get back here, bro. I want you to Okay.
He said, you did the shooting. Get the hell out of here. Good on him.
I'm like, hey, whoa.
I'm not saying they're terrible shots, but I don't know about that, dog. He was getting after it here. Oh, if you see it, I'm not sending these shots, but oh my brother. He got off the X, which is wild. Those are also wild. I don't know about those two shots either. If you see it and you think you got the skills, knock it out, but let's not crack a round off one-handed here.
You good? You good, bro? Woo. You good? Mambo Seafood, China border.
On the freeway. What's down at freeway.
Hey, listen, you got lethal?
Yeah. The gun's gonna be still in his waistband.
It's still in his waistband?
Still in his waistband.
Alright. I'm gonna get the weapon out the way first. Alright, weapon on the roof.
No, just leave it.
Dang. I mean, it's a short stick. This guy turned what should have been just a traffic accident into a shooting. But I think they handled it pretty well, actually. For anytime there's loss of life, it's not a good outcome. So I'm not pumped about the outcome. But I think that they did a pretty decent job kind of collecting themselves afterwards and at least trying to secure the scene. Just the backup officer on that one? A little less good, but results matter, right? I mean, he didn't get burned there, but let's if we can avoid it, let's try not to get into a shooting one-handed. Are you a doctor? Bucks him. Oh, the Chinese place probably is abandoned, let's be honest. People have been known to fake it. Come on out, bro. It's rather optimistic. Alex, you're dark like I am. Oh. What is this stream title? You mean like this playlist? The stream title. I don't know what the stream title is. Is it fail to ID if Starbucks spells your name wrong? Juan hasn't made the updated one yet. Well, 1911 Big Sarge did it with one hand because he's got it like that. If you got it, you got it. You can get away with whatever you want when you got the skills. If you don't got the skills and you don't have the glizzy, don't be trying to flex skills you don't have. Compost assaulting the victim. I'm going to say this is a domestic. I'm going to vote. Yeah, it's a domestic for sure. Just drive off, girlfriend. I hate
911, state your emergency.
Can somebody please come to me? Somebody just hit me with a gun, and I have my daughter. They're trying to kill me right next to me. Please, I'm bleeding. I don't know. I'm on shields. Please
okay,
come.
Are you on foot or in a car?
I'm in a car.
What kind of car?
I'm in a BMW.
What color?
A blue.
Are you alone in the car?
No, I have my daughter.
Okay, who was it that hit you?
It was an ex-boyfriend.
And he hit you with a gun?
I think he busted my head open. I'm gushing out blood. And he's following me right behind me.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm getting the call in.
Okay, he's like trying to hit my car.
So you're driving, you're not parked?
No, because he's like trying to abuse me right now. And my daughter's in the car, and he hit me with a gun. Stop, I'm bleeding and gushing out blood. Why are you saying that? Why are you trying to kill me?
I'm going to be honest. God loves everybody equally, but I'm very human. And when people resolve domestic disputes with violence like this, especially when you're getting to the point where you're like physically abusing somebody, my empathy starts to really struggle. I think I saw one too many really, really bad scenes of this and intervened one too many times. So we'll see. Hopefully she's getting some help here. It's a big enough city that somebody should show up.
What the fuck doing? Pull over, talk. Why? Just put the gun down. Please. My baby's in the car.
All right, I have them.
Copy, I'll give you the air.
Yeah, give him the air. Indeed. Okay, well, I'm probably just drilling this.
All right, we are westbound Jensen, now crossing over to 41. They are both failing to yield. Any units close, it is authorized. Have her pull over out of the way if possible.
No, dog, she ain't stopping for nothing.
He's still chasing and ramming.
Charles 14, I'm with you, 102.
You see your hands!
Those last two are a bit optimistic. I'm not going to, it's in the chain of fire, so it is what it is, but. Oh, the reload on the run? My brother in Christ. Reload that, fool.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
You
You come out with your hands up, or we will shoot you again.
I'll tell you what, that was a use of force decision and a half right
7
there.
Cross 14, line of fire is going to be to the east. I need units to arrive from Jensen and 41. Let me take
Now,
over for you, Sarge. You got it.
good job on this officer's like, dog, you just got into a shooting. Like, oh, but I take this. My brain's operating a little differently than yours. I'll tell you what, these weren't horrible shots. He was trying to shoot through the vehicle at him, so you're going to have to take more than one. I think you're justified. He'd already shot at the car. You got victims. This guy's trying to flee, fleeing felon. It's a violent offense. I have no beef with the use of force. I think it was a little optimistic on some of that. If you got the, if you have the skills, it is what it is. He seems to have them. The reload looked good. The shots look good. He had both hands on the gun. He was doing it while moving, but like I said, this was way better than I thought. I don't think he sailed any. I didn't see any skip off the pavement. This was pretty squared away.
Get out of the car! Do not reach for anything or I will shoot you! Get
I'll tell you what, though, you demotivated the hell out of this guy to stop beating the hell out of people.
Turn off my siren! Unlock the door! Get out! If you reach, you will get shot! Come out! Face away from me! Turn away! Get out and face away! Keep your hands up! Get out of the car! Get out! Face away! Walk backwards! Hands up! Keep coming! Keep coming! Keep coming! Keep coming! Keep coming! Get on your knees! On your knees! Face away! No hands! I got him! Someone get on fire!
What an idiot. Shout out to this guy, though. That's pretty good. Let's see. The kid was okay. Let's see. Oh, he did end up shooting at the victim as law enforcement. So car gets there. I guess we didn't hear it, but I'm assuming the guy saw it, a gunshot rack, and that's why he was like, well, fuck it, we're shooting this guy. Great decision. That was really, really good. We're bringing it back. Big Sarges are crushing. I'll probably give 30, to be honest. That was a pretty excellent use of force. Really, because he didn't leave it up to him. We didn't yell. We realized we're in a deadly force situation. There's a third party relying on our safety. Hey, he stepped up and he had the skills to do it. Shout out to Big Sarge, dude. What an animal. And technically, nobody died. Some people got hurt for sure. But yeah, I'm here for it. My boy survived it. His bail was set for $1.7 million. Where's judges? I'll give y'all some points for that. Y'all are coming back into the game here. That was pretty good, though. Sergeants out here showing why they're Big Sarge. That was pretty good.
911.
We do need a category for sergeants. So you'd be surprised. So I know that seems weird that they didn't hit him at all. Glass is actually really hard. I know it sounds weird, but glass actually deflects bullets a lot. Both rifle and pistol rounds that are smaller than .308 really struggle on barriers. Weirdly enough, pistols do better than .556 rifles, unless you got M193, which law enforcement almost exclusively does not carry. Basically, for the layperson, the easiest way I could describe this is the second the bullet impacts anything, it's going to mess with the trajectory, and it's also going to dramatically slow down the round, right? And so this is having to go through a window, through a seat, and then eventually hit a person, right? That first window probably cuts the speed in half. The seat would then cut it again and probably into a quarter, and then you're moving like the speed of a airsoft round or something like that. And that's if it doesn't like tumble and deflect. So a lot of times what'll happen too is it'll hit the window and go inches, if not potentially more feet down, or to the left or to the right, depending on Josh, I miss us, Eddie. So depending on the angle that you're striking that surface on, it's going to deflect the bullet a lot. It might go through, but it's going through with a lot less. It's a much diminished in force, right? Shotguns do a little bit better at that. And then it's really the reason why back in the day, a lot of issued military units use 30 caliber bullets. They kind of punch through all that stuff and don't have any problem with it. It's also when you look at, this is a more of an American concept, but a brush gun, use a really fat round that just does a better job of not deflecting when it has to go through, because there's just more mass to it, right? It does a better job of punching through like twigs, leaves, branches, and stuff like that. Those things will deflect that round less, and it's more likely to be successful at actually hitting somebody. Yeah, so that's a lot of people think, well, it's a bullet. And I'm like, yeah, but even a bullet going through a person slows down dramatically the second it hits something, because it's not a missile, right? The second it leaves that barrel, it's just a rock getting flung. 9mm is notoriously bad at that. 45 is not much better, if not better at all. It depends on the round. There's a lot that goes into it, but the science really does show that glass, all of those barriers, pistols are atrocious at. Rifles are a little bit better depending on the caliber. You really have to go with 308, which exclusively is only carried by basically snipers in law enforcement. And then shotguns actually crush at defeating barriers. That's kind of the one thing they are very good at. More reason to have to shoot at 1911s? Yes. Unfortunately, in this situation, you'd have gone through like 3 reloads if that was a 1911 or 4. But it does say a lot about shot placement. You'll notice I talk a lot about how you have to shoot into a car. The reason why we're always trying to worry about like in what angle we're doing it is for bullet deflection. And kind of the same thing is your first couple of rounds just need to make a hole for the bullets to go through. And I'm just trying to poke those holes through that bullet so that they're not getting deflected or slowing down. They can maintain a certain level of lethality. Because even unobstructed, 9mm, unless it hits something important, doesn't kill people very often. It is the most survived round ever. And we know because we've got a lot of data, because in America we got a lot of shootings. So anyways.
What is the address of your
Right now, I need to believe that.
5.7 actually does worse because it's light. It just does not have enough weight behind the bullet. 5.7 does great on trajectory unimpeded. It just doesn't defeat barriers very well. Unless you go super fast. You get like the really hot stuff, it'll do okay. But yeah, all of those smaller, the more you take away grain weight, the poorer it does. You have to have more speed for it to do better through barriers. There's some math into it. Y'all can Google it.
What people stay outside.
What is the address?
What is right now? Hurry up.
What is happening?
I don't know. People have a gun.
Who has a gun?
The people, the man outside. He have the hammer, and he's pushing my door. Hurry up.
Is he trying to get your door open to your apartment?
Yes.
Do you know this person?
Yes, his name is Giovanni. Please hurry up. Oh, call my sister. You're not
Ma'am, when you're crying, I can't understand what you're saying, okay?
Bro, L to dispatch. I understand what she's doing, but we're going to take another L here. Every time they give him sass, it pisses me off. Felipe, what's going on, homie?
Name?
The person is Giovanni. Giovanni, I don't know.
Giovanni, you don't know his last name?
No, Giovanni is the brother to the church sister.
Has he shot the firearm at all, or just threatening you with it?
He put the gun when I go to open the door, but I don't open. Oh my God!
Okay. Man, they're coming to you as fast as they can. The deputies are on the way. I'm going to stay on the line with you, okay? Okay, I can hear him in the background.
Oh my God! Hermano, yo no le dije nada a la hermana. La hermana vino, pero yo ni siquiera le hablé nada, por favor. ¿Qué pasa? Yo no le dije nada, hermano, yo no le dije nada. Yo no le dije nada a usted. ¿Es en serio? ¿Qué le pasa? Yo no le dije nada. No le dije nada.
What happened?
Please advising I just subject to the firearm to get the open the door. Please advising subject has shot the firearm for the door. Going to be breaking on the door.
What a hot call. After, big fella. You're going? You got driving factors, right? The officers showing up have to confirm that they have driving factors, but given call text, you're probably pushing. That's a tough call.
Huh? Where's he at? Hey, get down! Get down!
He's deceased.
Drop it! Drop it! Drop it!
He's deceased. He's deceased.
Drop it!
Deceased. Yeah, well, yep. That's why we hold lethal cover. They're very lucky if they didn't get shot.
Hey, I'm hit.
Yeah, you don't say that. What a bad time.
255 Adam 999.
You didn't put it down? Shoot him again. There you go. Motivate him. Put it down. You can make the pain stop.
Yeah, my finger.
You okay?
Yeah, I can shoot.
What a bad time. What a wild time. Bro got shot and still shot back. Bro, what an animal. What is this? Deputies? That's a pretty bad one. I think it took a little too long to make that use of force decision. I mean, he got shot for it. Also, like we kind of talked about that. That happened with the guy with the fence jumper. The punch out happened. Got done with the shooting and immediately went to holster up. He's like, oh, I guess I'm done shooting. We're done with the deadly threat. Like, it's quick to draw, slow to holster is kind of the discussion that we have about this in tactics. If you think you're in a deadly force situation, let's treat it that way. Once you start getting information that you got it, triple verify that you're like, okay, I don't need my gun anymore, then put the gun up. It's okay. At least they showed up for the emergency response. I hope that lady's okay. I'm going to read real quick. She had already been shot. Yeah. They had 3 people get shot here, some multiple times, and everybody survived. Which is a good thing. That's a great outcome, right? But that tells you how not lethal 9mm can be at times. I read it. Let's see. It's funny that Mando thinks he can say at 1. He can stay at 1. Blank's over there. Let's see. I'm going to check top fans here. Oh, Blank took it. Blank's number 1. Mando's number 2. Mr. Pancake's number 3. Napalm Bath is 4. WandaVision is 5. Mac Daddy is 6. The Vigilantes is number 7. Brave Django is number 8. I don't know. Robert something or another is number 9. And then Frag is 10. El Pete is chilling at 11. Blank, I love you. I think it was Spalling from a ricochet. That probably makes sense why his finger just wasn't blown off, right? Especially if that was a unimpeded 9mm. But it was probably likely a ricochet. You're probably right. I buy the ricochet theory.
Emergency.
Yes, 3 left. We're gonna have an after party, man.
Hi, my name is.
How does that work? Same principle that we had before, right? Bullet strike something that slows way down. Also, bullets are made out of lead, which is notoriously a very soft metal, right? So that bullet strikes it, and typically it just kind of gets obliterated, especially if it hits something way harder than it is. Concrete is harder than lead, right? So it's going to hit that thing with so much force it just kind of breaks apart and gets turned into basically shrapnel. And so you'll end up with metal chunks. I've pulled these out of my face and out of my shirt before. You shoot steel a little too close. I'm a bit of a dum-dum, so I've done that a few times. And you will end up pulling that metal out of yourself. It's not horrible, but in his situation, I'm sure it cut him pretty good. I haven't sent any money yet. It felt weird, Mark. You guys are getting this. The rest of this is for free. Tough spending money. Did I win something? Frag, yes. You won my admiration. If 9mm seems to be so survivable, why carry it? it's about weight. Is it about weight? It's about round count. So before I go down too big of a rabbit hole, basically there's two schools of thought here, right? The more bullets I have, the more likely I am to survive a gunfight, or the more lethal my rounds are, the quicker the gunfight stops. The military's gone back and forth. Currently, we're still on, I want more bullets, because the more bullets I have, the more likely I am to survive a lethal encounter, right? 9mm gives you the most amount of bullets with the most amount of effect on target combined. It's the happiest medium of all things, because I can keep damn near 50 rounds. A standard police loadout is going to be 3, sometimes 4 17 to 20 round magazines. So you got a lot of bullets on you, right? 45 would dramatically diminish that. 40 diminishes that a little bit. 10mm, kind of the same issue. There's this is going to sound sussy, but lack of penetration that you get with some 9mm bullets. Ballistics have gotten a little better in the last couple years. But it's really the school of thought currently, and the current trend is that 9mm does enough for most gunfights. Rifles are really the answer. If I had to get into a gunfight and I knew it was going to happen, I'd want a rifle in my hands. That solves problems a lot faster and is a lot easier to do. Stop spending money, sure ain't why. Oh my God. Blake. Did this work? Hopefully, because my super chat has been whack. Abby, we love you. If you have law enforcement questions, let me know. Let's be honest. None of us want to take 147 Spear Gulta. Yeah, no. Buxom is correct. 9mm is still bad. I'm not saying it's a friendly bullet. But 22 is technically one of the most lethal rounds as far as body counts, if you want to think about it. But I think a lot of people think 9mm or just a firearm in general is a lot more deadly than it is. Shotguns are considerably more dangerous, in my opinion, both actually and literally. And then rifles are dramatically more dangerous than handguns. However, handguns are easier to have on you, so there's a lot more people get into shootings with handguns. But either way, I'm not volunteering to get shot by any of it.
And my neighbor is running with the knife after people beating people up. And it's 6 Reseda Boulevard.
LAPD, come on, baby.
Reseda Boulevard?
6
LP
Reseda Boulevard, his apartment. It's
Amanda said for the audiobook fund, I love you, dog. Try to get my wife published.
He already beat up some people on the street, and now he's running with the knife against his own brother, I believe.
Okay, 100.
I don't know.
What's the neighbor wearing? We can identify him. What color shirt and pants?
He's a Middle Eastern, I think black clothes, and he's going crazy for the last 2 or 3 days.
He's wearing black shirt and black pants?
I think so.
How old is he?
Around 30.
30? Okay.
Blake, stop spending money, dog. He said to the dethroning Mando fund. Y'all need to chill. Green tip does help. There's no green tip 9mm though.
No, he's saying?
Yes. No, I don't.
About how short? 5'5" or shorter?
Maybe 5'6", 5'7".
5'7", okay.
And the back gate for the building is open, completely open, so just whoever comes in can pull it. But this is going on some kind of, I saw him assaulting people on the street. I had camera in my windows, so and then I just looked. I had everything. So he was, now I can still hear screaming. I don't know if he's running after people with his knife.
Okay, hang on a minute. I'm going to go off the area. Okay, hang on.
The window.
Good job on this lady for calling. She actually gave a pretty good description. We're going to give some points to society. She gave pretty decent information. She gave location-specific information about where they're ingressing and egressing, a good description, a description of the criminal behavior, gave some urgency as far as obviously what was going on. Very good job by the caller. Mac Daddy, you are a participation trophy person in my heart. Oh, did not click the video. You called? You called?
No, he my brother.
Huh?
English?
Yeah.
He no English, Pasto.
Pasto?
Pasto, he my brother. He
Depleted uranium.
brother?
Your brother?
Yeah.
Where is he?
He crazy.
Where is he at? Where is he at?
Yeah, you smoke.
So Mando, it just no, I've gotten way too down the rabbit hole on this. The only downside to depleted uranium 9mm would be that it would ruin your barrel. The barrel is going to be made typically out of stainless steel. They use 416. They use a couple different steels. But depleted uranium is harder. That's why you won't have Inconel bullets. You won't have like carbide bullets. It would actually destroy your barrel on the way out, or slowly. It'd more quickly do that. That's why they stay with lead and copper, because it's a lot more friendly to barrels. Ask artillery or like tank barrels that have to get swapped out way more frequently. And they're also lined with different metals just because the type of cartridges, basically, or the type of munitions they use is a lot more harsh. Oh, no.
You need a 40?
Those guys are
10-8-30, 10-8-21. Give me a backup. 450 man with the knife. Hey, relax.
Hey, stay over here. Stay over here. Who's inside the house?
10-8-21. To get to him is going to be Irwin, just west. Where's he at? Where's he at?
Let me the 40. Let me the 40.
Hey. I got taser, you got DCO. One person only. You got the...
Good job on making an arrest plan. This is the one thing I love about LAPD. He's like, hey, one guy's got verbal. I've got less lethal. You've got the 40. You've got lethal. Excellent. Let's go get this guy. Good job on the arrest plan.
40. Hey, but be careful. He ran out the front. Be careful because he had a frying pan and he has a knife. So we got to go. Come on.
Good job. Identifying together. Hurry. Also, lethal leads the way. Let's go.
Relax. Let me, hey, if I can get a chance, I'm going to take him. All right. Watch out. Slow, 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 slow.
No slow. I'm moving.
Hey, hey, hey!
Oh, what a bad existence. My fool got tased and shot at the same time.
Relax, certain details. Knife down, knife down, knife down.
This guy just smoked this dude.
Relax.
He's like, relax.
Got it. I'm kicking. Yeah. It's right there.
Good job.
Stop. Yeah, it's down.
All right, moving up. Got it.
Gloves, you sick bastards.
Did you get the...
You got cuffs?
I got it. I'll put out the court. Yeah.
What a bad time. Good job on them, though. I mean, it's a bad outcome. You don't want to have to shoot people if you don't have to, but good arrest plan. Had a hands team. Had all the less lethal options that you had. Tried taser. Taser didn't work, but they shot enough to stop him, and he stopped being so motivated, and they took him into custody. This position, let's see if he made it. Yeah, he survived. Treated. That's a win right there, baby. It's a good time. He was able to survive long enough to get some treatment. Bro, LAPD, bringing it back. Well, you know what? I'll give him 300. We're getting there. We're climbing one step at a time out of hell. You know what? I'll take 5 for gloves because that was disgusting. This guy's shot and crazy. You don't touch crazy people without gloves. Last one, baby, and then we're getting an after party.
I'm Detective Judy Oviedo, a public information officer with the El Paso Police Department. The following information is intended to provide details as an officer-involved shooting that occurred on June 1st, 2025. Transparency and accountability are key to our ability in serving the El Paso community. The following video you are about to see is from officers' body-worn cameras. Body-worn cameras are used by officers...
No. El Pete. I said sometimes. I don't love them all the time. LAPD be sussy sometimes. But I do like some of the training things they implement.
Officers assigned to patrol and some specialty units. Per policy, they are worn at torso level and capture the view of the line of sight from that perspective. It is important to note that the camera lens is fixed and does not capture seconds prior to activation. To activate the camera.
Bro, where's Axon? Where's admin? For making this chick read the whole Axon commercial.
Camera. The information and images in this video may be disturbing to some people. Viewer discretion is advised. This incident began when officers responded to a family violence assault in progress at the 6400 block of Paso Villa. Upon arrival to the scene, officers were directed towards a residence down the street. Officers walked towards the residence when the offender walked out of the house with a gun and pointed it towards officers. Gunfire was exchanged and the offender was shot. One of the officers sustained a gunshot wound to her right leg.
Yeah, this uniform is pretty hideous. The blue pockets on the darker, like navy blue, it's weird. There's some weird stuff going on here.
During the exchange, the officer was transported to a local hospital and the offender was also taken to the hospital where he died. 64-5.
Good job staging. This is a great example of staging. What staging means is offense locations here, I park my car down here and I walk the rest of the way so that I can have all of my senses at my disposal, and I'm making as little a stimuli, if you want to call it that, to the suspect. So they don't see my car, they don't hear my siren. It also leaves me mobile, right? I can move and shake. It's the only time this would bite you in the ass if he decided to flee with a vehicle and you had to go run back to your car, but you'll take your chances.
Wait a minute, thank you.
My pockets are down here, pal.
Raise your hands! Raise your hands!
That was an optimistic shot at this distance. It was two-handed, but I don't like this backstop. But, I mean, if it's a gun, it's a gun. It is what it is. Now, this guy's going to concealment. I'll pretty much cover, too, because if she's behind this engine block, this Toyota Tacoma is probably putting in work. I would try to train your brain to think about this. If I can't see him and he knows the last location I was at, I got to move. I'd like to see her try to make this garage the backstop as opposed to shooting across to other people's houses potentially or other rooms. So you kind of like peel off here to the right. I don't want to get into a peekaboo shootout. That's kind of a bad time. But you can. We learned this. Skip these rounds technically off the pavement if you wanted to take a shot at his feet here. But I'm not ducking down to do that. But yeah, we're going flank right here if we can. She's kind of doing that. Smoke that fool. What are we doing? Oh, she's out of ammo. You got it, baby girl. There you go. You got it. You got it. Jeez. They're very lucky they're not dead. Jeez. It's a bad time.
I'm hit! I'm hit!
Baby girl, you're lucky it's that. She's saying in it to win it. This is still Chelsea.
I'm trying to get her, okay? Fucking.
Not staging your tourniquet. You're lucky. You're not dying right now.
Fucking hell.
Good job on self-rescue, though. I'll give her that.
The following video is from the same incident with the other responding officer's body-worn camera.
What did this fool do?
Yeah.
Also, good job they approached. They didn't just stand in line with each other. They were a little separated. I would have liked to have seen him hug this a bit more. But that's fine.
Hey! Shots fired, shots fired.
Bro, he let her just get that gunfight by herself. What are we doing?
Put the gun down!
It's barely consistent.
Let it down!
Brother.
Get in, it's going around. Put it down!
Bro, shoot this fool! My goodness.
Get down, get down. Subject down. I got an officer who shot.
Bro.
Both officers involved are 2-year veteran police officers.
Still rookies at 2 years, dog. That's They did good for what it was. The outcome was good. I would have liked to have seen some different stuff. Taking shots with a pistol on a moving target like that at those distances is going to be hard. It's made even more complicated because there's no warm-up shots in the streets, right? They had good tools. I mean, these red-dotted Glocks. I mean, I don't know what more you want, but she did self-rescue. Not having the tourniquet staged could have easily killed her, but she sorted it out. I don't think the wound was that bad. I'm going to look at the disposition.
The El Paso Police Department Crimes Against Persons Unit is investigating this incident, as well as independent investigations by Internal Affairs and the Texas Rangers. Conclusions about whether the officer's actions are consistent with the law and the department policies will not be made until all facts are known and the investigation is complete.
They got shot at. I think they're fine, but it is what it is. I'll give them 10. There was some weird stuff that kind of went down. Do I shoot? Do I not shoot? Like, hey man, let's shoot or get off the pot here. Eventually made the right decision. Having to go and self-rescue, at least they had the tourniquet on them. Big win, and knew how to apply it. Staging it would have been preferable. I'll be honest, Chelsea did most of the lifting there. She had to do most of the moving, shucking and jiving. She also did most of the shooting, especially the initial shooting. They were probably optimistic shots, but I think that they were clearly successful enough. It got them to stop killing people, right? The guy didn't make it, so it's not a good outcome. But, I mean, he created the circumstances for his own demise. But the officers made it. Specifically, a female officer. That was one of the most kind of courageous acts I've seen where she went and stepped up and handled up, both in saving herself and also in shooting this fool. Obviously, some marksmanship discussions to be had there. These guys aren't grandmaster shooters. It's impossible to expect officers to be. It's such a small part of their job, and for 2-year officers, that's a shit call. To get. These guys aren't going to SWAT school. They likely weren't rifle certified, if they even knew that there was going to be a weapon involved in this. A rifle would have ended this much faster. But anyways, that is the stream, boys and girls. We will be doing a little bit of after party action. I got to tinkle real quick, and then I will do that. If you'd like to join the after party, you can do so by becoming either a member here on YouTube or a member of our Patreon group, and for as little as $1 a month, you can get direct access to said Discord. Was the guy who ran away that they shot at even armed? Yes. The guy was actively shooting at them. Explain what you mean by staging a tourniquet, please. Napalm, you know what? I'll do it right now. Actually, you guys have a couple chances here for hitting the like goal. I'm going to try not to dox myself here. This is an emergency first aid kit. I have one staged here. I have a couple, actually. I don't want to take this one off because I already have it staged, but... Well, here. I'll show you guys. Oh, you know what? I'll take the one off my pants. That'll be easier. Give me 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So here, I will expand my little thing here so y'all can see what I'm talking about here. We're going to learn some medical stuff here today, boys and girls. There you go. You get Big Josh for once. There we go. Okay, so staging a tourniquet. This is a Snake Staff Systems tourniquet. This is in my pants 24/7. I've now had one for almost 2 years. I have a pull tab, so if this thing happens to come out of my pocket, but it is clipped into it. So this will pull out. The second it's pulled out, it is already in an expanded form. And so I'm not having to unhook anything or unvelcro something. The second it's pulled out, it's already ready to go over my leg, because that saves me a couple of seconds of having to pull at the Velcro and hope it's big enough. There's already a loop physically there. And so all I'm doing is simply pulling that tourniquet here. I don't want to use this because it's my everyday one. And if you use it, technically you deteriorate its use. But basically you'd apply it. I'll do a tourniquet class for you guys one of these days. But you would end up applying it, and then you got your pull tab. So all I have to do is take it out, put it on, pull my pull tab, and then tighten it. It cuts a lot of seconds out of the application. And in bleeding specifically, bleeding is bad. You die pretty fast from loss of blood. Worse than that, you start to get like diminishing faculties. So you start losing blood to your brain. You start getting slurred speech. It's kind of like getting drunk. It's a bad time, so you don't want to do that. I have to now restage my tourniquet. But shout out to Snake Staff Systems. They make a cool... This is a tourniquet that fits in your pocket. And I have gone through TSA like 15 times with one of these. They look at me kind of weird every time I do it, but there's nothing prohibited about this. But they now make these. It's like 40. They're kind of expensive, but it is a tourniquet that does fit in your pocket, even if you're wearing like shorts or something. It's a really good stocking stuffer and a great thing. Even if you don't, I do it because I carry a gun. If I shoot people, I need to be able to save people's lives. But anyways, Josh doesn't wear pants on stream. Confirmed. Agreed. I don't wear pants on stream. Let's see. Bad choice of words. Don't say. I'm going to expand my little thing. Frag. We get an eye zoom here. We get an eye zoom for a big camera here. Eye zoom. There you go. Anyways, Blake he did keep his #1 status. Quick question. What's your wife's book about? I know you mentioned it earlier. Brittany, you know what? Just for y'all. Here, I'll give it to y'all. Let me, I got to move some stuff around here. And then I will go to the after party. I got to tinkle. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. So, wife's book here. It is, I'll give you guys the elevator pitch for it. Let me see. Does she have, here we go. Nope, that's not what I wanted.
Hi, my name is...
Anyways, is my wife. She's wonderful. Let me see if I can find the easiest way for me to describe my wife's book, just so I can do it for everybody here, is it follows a Leda, which is her main character. She is a Shah user, which is basically a form of magic use. But the way they use magic in her world is it's kind of like a drug. That's the best way I could describe it. For those of you that are fans of Fallout, it's kind of like Jet. So yes, you can take it, but it has some negative side effects. Well, basically, in this future, very, very, very far in our future, we have interstellar travel. And there's effectively a schism that occurs within our universe out there, which destroys a lot of the history, but also like erodes humanity's knowledge of how to use said Shah, which is her version of magic. And Aleda, who is a rookie detective within this agency, has a peer that gets killed, and she is forced to go and investigate that murder. The evidence points to a planet which is outside of agency jurisdiction. She's got like a tier system for planets there. Type 1 would be like Earth, like it's perfectly normal and people live here and nothing sketchy happens. Type 2 is basically like a little sketchy. It'd be like Ukraine is the best way I can describe it. And so it takes place this really cool world. There's a couple things. I'll drop a link here in it if you guys want more information on it. But it is a sci-fi fantasy book. It's pretty cool. She spent about the last 2 years working on this one, and she's been spending like the last 8 working on writing. But she's got a lot of stuff out there. I'll actually share it with the after party if you guys want more knowledge. But go check it out. It's called Astral Shadows, or you can check out all her stuff at Creatively Kinsey. I'll drop a link here before I pop off. But anyways, that's to answer Brittany's question. Thank you for being sweet and asking. I do love y'all for that. Where's the link here? I can find a link here. Here, we'll drop a link there. And then I will drop another one for... Let me go back.
Hi.
Is this going to get me to... Nope. Here's the website. This has the links to everything. There we go. All right, I'm out, Girl Scout. I love you all. Definitely no pants party. Yes, definitely a no pants party. The Shaw must flow. I love you guys. Ebook, yes, we're gonna make it an ebook. We're trying to work on the audio book here soon. So she's got one last revision she's got, what is it called? A developmental edit that she's going through. So we're paying probably a little too much money in my opinion. But we're paying for a developmental edit before it gets sent out. She's hoping to get traditionally published. It's currently out. She's querying for traditionally published companies. And if she doesn't get picked up traditionally, we're preparing to do self-publishing. So if you guys want more info, go check it out there. For everybody else, I will see you guys in the after party right after I tinkle. I can promise I won't be wearing pants for the after party, Mike J. Did we reach the light goal? Blake's trying to sit at number 1. Did we get points? Did we get the light goal? Is what I'm... let's see. Joined late. I don't IDK. The light goal is 100. Is she going to read her own book? No, we're actually going to pay for voice editing or for voice acting. So, oh, we did. We're going to add 1776 points. I got to do some math here. Shout out to y'all for almost made it to the 4th of July. I will celebrate the 4th of July with you guys. That's 660 plus 1776. Bro, you guys got a lot of points for chat here. 3,436 points. Chat's out here crushing. So anyways, love you all. For everybody else, please, for those of you that have PTSD and fireworks set you off, I'm sorry for the next 24 hours. It is going to be, I can do 6. You're right. Hold on. 0.9. There it is. You do not want me to narrate what's like going to be like 100,000 word book with my worst. I'll actually have a Scottish accent by the end of that. It's the 4th here on the East Coast. Oh yeah, y'all are ahead of us. So happy 4th to you guys in the East Coast. For you guys in Central, not so standard time, we're gonna get it here in the next 30 minutes, and then I will see you guys, everybody else in the after party. I love you guys, and I will see the rest of y'all next week. Bye bye.